Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting, fun-packed edition of Saturday Night InSaNiTy. Hi. How's it going?
Oh my god, I actually made myself lightheaded doing that.
Just gonna move this other one down.
Insanity has begun.
What?
What the hell happened?
I don't know what happened. I
fixed the fucking problem and now it's broken
lost
again.
Me in the Zoom call. Hold on a second here. Where the fuck is my camera?
Hold on. We fixed the glitch.
Start video. There we go.
There we go. Yay.
What a weird thing.
I don't know
okay,
why
look,
it
I can
did
see
that.
you again.
Yeah.
I can see you again.
I don't know.
I mean, less
see
quality than previous. But
Clearly. What do you
that's
mean
because
less
you need to get
quality?
a
It should
camera.
be exactly the same.
Am I crazy? Maybe it's just the lighting. It might just be the lighting.
Well, I moved it down. I moved the camera
yeah, it just might be the
down.
lighting. This is the way that angle now.
So,
It's alright.
yeah, and you're a little closer to the lights. It's a
I
little
think
more
it's
washed
because
out.
it's a
But
different microphone.
this is what
No,
they
I'm
are
talking about video
seeing in the
quality.
Zoom. For those who are confused, you
Wow.
can't see this.
But
Well, you
I think it's the light. I think
actually
that's all
you
it
can
is.
see. I can show you. Hold on.
I can show
Here.
you the world.
There. See, it's not that big a difference. Like normally there's a bigger contrast between the two cameras, but I downloaded the new drivers from Logitech, and they have this new kind of configuration system, which makes it all a little better. Actually, it looks this camera hasn't looked this good in a long time, so I don't know.
Oh no, I think it's just like I said, it's probably just the lighting.
No, it is. I mean, like if I move it up here where it was, you know, that's, and there it goes again. That's,
It breaks.
oh my god! All right, you must be jiggling the cord or something. See, that's much better. Really, Jail? Starting right now?
Your fucking
You can't
butt.
like wait 5. No, it's not.
Oh my
explicit.
god.
No.
No, I'm sorry. I even caused this problem.
Oh my god,
commenting.
it was
God
working.
damn.
Didn't though.
And
He was the
then
one who made the decision if I could move the camera.
I had to. Why?
I can show you the
Oh,
world.
you can't do it here.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
There you are.
Changing. Yeah. Okay.
Over here,
Use all those
doing-
things. That's not the thing you said you were using. Oh my god. Alright, hold on.
Fucking XSplit.
Can you stop changing everything, Zoom? Jesus fucking Christ. Stop.
Damn it, John!
Return to meeting. Can we get this out of the way? Jesus Christ. Start. Oh my god. Stop. Configure. Video. No. This. Thank you. Holy fucking shit. There.
Hey there!
I'm
Now just
never
don't touch
touching it again.
He says
Yeah.
as he touches it.
As I touch it, yeah. So the white shirt, yeah, I have it's a Batman cover.
Oh.
Batman, look out! The killer's hiding in that suit of armor. The mystery, the murder at, ow, my neck! Murder at Mystery Castle. Ow! Fuck! Ow! Ow! Ow!
What did you just...
I looked down too hard,
Why
I
did
guess.
you...
Anyway, it's from Batman
Oh, good lord.
Detective Comics number... Fuck, I can't read it. Hold on. Detective Comics
You're
Number
so old, you hurt yourself by looking
240.
down.
It's Detective Comics number 240, the
It's
cover.
such an old thing to
Just
do.
Google it if you want to see the whole thing and make this look a little less janky. Rosie's dying over there. The line of tonight, I looked down too hard.
Oh, Lord.
It's also hot here, Michael. Well, it is for most of us. I'm in a nice air-conditioned room.
I
That's
just live in a
nice.
hole.
I wish I was in a kitchen room.
I put
I'm
the
very-
fan a few feet away from me.
The fan's right here.
It's
See how
right
this
here.
far away. Right now.
Yeah.
I decided to dig a giant hole and surround it with concrete and decide to live in it. So
Oh, very good. Excellent.
That sounds really pleasant right now. Can
Oh,
you
I
fill the
should put
hole with
this.
concrete afterwards so you don't have to come out anymore?
So
'Cause
this
I don't want to go into it. I never want to come out.
Sopranos
That's my point.
Closer Look, that's going live tomorrow. So this Sunday, Closer Look, Sopranos. Check it out. Take out my,
Hey, Michael, you just
check out my Blu-ray
Don't fuck
set
yourself.
there. It's very nice.
Dear Stoudman, fuck you.
So we were saying maybe
Garbage
just to mix things up a little bit, we just get our do our pickups right away. Would you be down with that, faithful viewers? Would you like to see the pickups right off the bat? No waiting, just get right into it.
Right.
Excellent enthusiasm from 007. Ooh, yes, Michael. Sure, Gridman.
Fine,
yes.
I guess. Thanks, girls, and I appreciate that.
Carlatin,
My kind of
fine,
Show us
I
the
guess.
stuff.
Ooh, that's better.
I can
A little
show
more
you
energy
the
out there.
world.
Come on.
I don't know where my copy of the stuff is, but
And
I know where it is.
I know where
Mine's
mine
in
is.
the S section.
Mine, I think you sent me that, Stoud. Bless your
Yeah.
little heart.
I did.
Because you sent,
'Cause
yeah,
what-
you sent
because
me
what
the
happened
U.S.
was
release.
He bought
'cause-
the U.S. copy. We watched
I-
it, and then he bought the one from the Arrow release, and then we were sent. Yeah, he sent you the region one.
it's the same version. It's
Yeah.
just one is
Exactly.
from UK, one is
So
from US.
yes, as I
was not- I
recall,
was with him.
he bought the U.S. version, watched it, knew I wanted it, so he bought the Region B version for himself with the intent of sending me the U.S. version.
I'm
That
99%
is-
sure that Region B edition is actually just Region AB. Just says
It could
Region
very
B
well
on it.
be, much like
They
that.
do that a lot.
The Hills Have Eyes set that I have is like that. It's marked Region B all over the
Yeah.
place, but it's 110% region free.
At the time, I don't know if it still is or not.
Can
but
play
at the
all
time,
of
I
it in my
recall
PS3.
The stuff, the US version.
Okay, calm down, 007.
US edition comes down out of print.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Oh,
but
so
they
sorry,
don't
the
press a
jizz
new
over
disc
here.
with a different region code. It's the same disc. Is my point.
So I was
I'm
just,
pretty sure it's still region free.
it
but
could very well be. Anyway,
or AB.
so donation goal, we got up to 62% this week. 62%, hoping to knock it out before the expiry. We're doing
Let's
really
kick the crap out
we're
of
doing
that
really
donation
well
goal.
on this one, far more so than some of the previous ones. So thank you very much, guys.
Close.
You rock.
We're very
We're
close.
coming into the home stretch of the month. It's all coming down to this. It's
We're
all
already
coming down
halfway
to
there.
this.
Halfway there. Halfway
Whoa,
there.
we're halfway there.
Number 9. Number
I'm
9.
saying so
Okay.
badly it can never get
Number nine.
DMCA'd.
So,
Number 9.
Stoudman, did you want to do your pickups first?
Your meager
I
pickups?
guess.
Sure.
Let me see.
The
Can
main
I?
thing I got.
Oh wait, I gotta figure out how to full screen you. There, that works. Okay.
The main
Go
thing
for
I
it.
got was Mario Golf Super Rush.
I thought that was a
New
Strawberry
Mario
Shortcake
Golf.
DVD for a second, but
I would expect that from Stat.
I was
too.
about to get
New
really
Mario
excited.
Golf. I played a little bit of it last night. I haven't got a chance to actually sit down and devote a lot of time to it.
Okay.
But it's Mario Golf. I
It's
love
Mario
Mario Golf
Golf.
games. This
I
one,
want
it seems
Mario
like
Golf.
there's a lot more technical stuff involved in terms of like figuring out how to play
What?
it well.
You look quiet,
But-
Dad.
Yeah, you are a little
You're
quiet.
coming through a little mumbly.
Why?
I don't know, because you're
You
leaning
didn't
back
mention
and your
anything like this
microphone's 20
before.
feet away.
My microphone's right here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Yeah, they gave Bowser
Anyways,
pants for some reason.
Bowser wears pants.
they gave Bowser pants for some
So
reason.
he doesn't have his big.
But
The
who
DLC
cares?
The DLC I didn't ask for.
He doesn't have his
Coming
big
soon
dangly
directly into your ears.
Koopa King Schlong swinging in the
My
wind
lord.
anymore.
Oh lord.
The one that makes no sense to me is that they got the King Babam guy from Mario 64
Yeah.
as one of the characters you can play as.
Okay.
That's cool though.
Like, it is, but it's like
Ba-boom.
the animation of him playing golf is just silly.
That's
stupid.
so what? That's
It
the whole
makes
point.
no sense.
You're talking about a game with your
Thankfully-
fucking lizard is playing golf, Stoudman.
True.
Thankfully, Gridman informs us Donkey Kong and Yoshi are still flopping in the breeze.
That's right.
Unfettered.
Well,
The-
Yoshi's an
Excellent.
animal. It always slaps the breeze.
Yes.
The funniest looking character by far
Well,
is
so's
Toad, actually.
Koopa for
Because
technically.
Toad is wearing
And
a
Donkey Kong
tiny little
is just a
golf
gorilla.
cap,
Yeah.
and he's wearing it on top, of course, of his toadstool, so it looks like a hat on top of a hat. It just,
Yeah.
it's
Interesting.
funny.
I mean, if anything, Donkey Kong should have a big dangly donkey schlong going on there. But,
Anyways,
His dangly Donkey
Lord.
Kong here.
Oh my god, can we stop talking
His donkey
about
dong?
I
Bowser?
got the,
Oh my god.
so I got the Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
movie so much.
With my I had like a $12 gift coupon code or whatever
From
Yeah.
Amazon.
from Amazon for
Yeah.
all the links that people have been clicking. Thank
Yay.
you very much.
I should get one
Bitch.
next month, I think.
I'll get one
Now,
someday.
does this have
wanted to watch
what
it
does this
sometime
have for
too, yeah.
extras on it, Stout?
Yeah.
'Cause I used to have a pretty.
Commentary, a Humphrey Bogart biographer.
Uh huh.
Froze.
And you froze.
That's hilarious.
Relax.
What?
Sorry again. What?
I heard
Discovering
commentary.
treasure. What? You only heard commentary?
Yes,
Seriously?
and then you froze.
Yeah.
Commentary by Humphrey Bogart biographer Eric Lax. Discovering treasure, the story of the Sierra Madre.
Uh huh.
The treasure of the Sierra Madre. Sorry.
Uh huh.
I'm trying to get it all out as quick as possible. Where I lag again.
Uh huh.
Documentary profile John Huston. Warner Night at the Movies 1948 short subjects gallery.
Okay.
Leonard Maltin introduction, newsreel, 2
Yes.
classic cartoons, comedy short
Okay.
trailers.
The news
Audio
right?
only bonus radio show with the movie's original stars.
That's what I was wondering. So it actually does have all of the extras, like all of them, from the old special edition DVD that I think I might have done a video about that like a million years ago.
did,
The
for
Warner Night at the Movies. I've talked about this before. They did just a couple of DVDs with that, where they made it like a night out at the movies. So you have like a newsreel, you got a short movie, you got a cartoon, and Leonard Maltin does this lovely introduction about that and how going to the movies used to be a night out. So you would have like this full, program of content to watch. It wasn't just trailers and the movie. So, there you go.
Yeah. Then the
That's
last
for sure.
one I got here was a shock even to me because I ordered it on Amazon, fully expecting it actually to never arrive because it was out of print. But it arrived. I was like, holy shit! What? It actually shipped and got here, and I have it in my hands. Out of England,
Hey!
Phantom of the Opera,
Nice.
1990. This one went out of print like a few months ago now.
Yeah.
Maybe longer than
So
that.
you got lucky with that one.
Yes, I got very lucky because it was only like $12 or something. Like that.
I
So
think when I grabbed that...
someone found an extra box of it somewhere.
Yeah, I grabbed that one a while ago. I don't think it was like even imminently going out of print yet, but it was like kind of, I knew it wasn't going to be there for long. So, but yeah, good stuff. So is that everything?
Everything.
Excellent. Now, let's see if we can do this. So, unpin Stoud.
I need
What?
to go to you and pin you.
What is going on? What? Hi,
difficulties.
Skinslip. I don't know what's going on here.
I love.
Here? No. Do I have to go back to gallery view? There we go. Okay, now
There you go.
I'll pin me, I guess. There. Okay. All right. So I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pickups this week. Comprised of stuff that some stuff I ordered this month, some stuff I ordered like last month, and it finally came in. It's just like a whole bunch of things all just kind of came in at once that I had purchased at disparate times in the past couple of months. So, first up, I got... Now, as you know, I have the first 5 Resident Evil movies in steelbook form. I did not get a steelbook for the 6th one, because apparently they didn't release one here, at least not that I could find. So, I poked around online and said, there's got to be a steelbook, because I don't want to have 5 of the 6 movies in steelbook. I just want a nice little, not too expensive steelbook edition of the 6th one, so I can have all 6 of them in steelbook. So, I found this one. It's very nice. Resident Evil, the final chapter, steelbook edition. I think this is from the Netherlands, because there's no English. There's no English anywhere on the back.
I don't recognize that age code on the corner.
No,
so
but if I take this off, hold on. Very, very nice.
That's it.
Okay. Can we just wait? Thanks. Anyway, so we got that. Got an ultraviolet code. Great. And I think this actually has more extras than are on the edition we got here, because it actually has a second Blu-ray disc of just extras.
Do you know what that
It's
disc
pretty
was?
cool.
That was some store exclusive disc here in the States.
Probably.
Best Buy
Yeah.
or Walmart.
I don't know.
That's
So,
usually what that works at.
yeah. So anyway,
That's not actually that uncommon. Is that the foreign copies have the store exclusive or special features on their disc.
cool. Anyway, it's region free, so I thought, sure, that works, and it is English on the spine. So there you go. So that'll fit in nicely with my other steelbooks. And
Very nice.
that's that. So now,
Yeah.
so I thought I was kind of thinking, because I'm going to be playing Resident Evil 8 for the Halloween spoops, right? So
Got it?
yes. So, I thought, hey, maybe a good time to fill in some gaps in my Resident Evil movies collection. So, as you know, those of you who watch SNI and my streams, you know I got the 3D versions of the 4th and 5th ones because they were cheap. And I thought, well, there's also those CG animated movies. I have the 3rd one, so why don't I get the 1st one? Because it was also cheap. And you can tell this is the Canadian one because it has the title twice, even though it's the same in French and English.
It's
So,
so ridiculous.
I don't know why. They just have to... Oh,
Ridiculous.
oh, I see. Hold on. It's little hyphens over the E's. That's the big difference.
It's
oh, my
fancier.
fucking God. Anyway, so
So
it's just...
fancy.
there was a steelbook of this a million years ago. I did not get it. Does this come with the DVD as well? No, it does not come with the DVD, but there we go. Anyway, so this is the first of the CG movies, not related to the live action movies. It's its own thing. And then we have the second movie, Resident Evil Damnation. So, and then the third one is Vendetta, in case you're wondering, and I got that one a while ago. So now, finally, I have all 3 of the CG trilogy. So, gonna enjoy watching those.
Resident Evil.
And yeah, so I think I'm just gonna do. I haven't done the update videos for these yet, so I'm gonna do like Resident Evil update, and maybe, just maybe, I'll do a review series of all the movies, all 9 of the movies. That'd be a nice chunk of content for Halloween. So next up, I've been falling woefully behind in these and wanted to start getting caught up. I've got a couple more on their way in the mail. Who knows when the fuck they're gonna show up. So got another one of the DC animated movies, Superman,
that one.
Man
I
of
need a bunch of
Tomorrow, with
I need
the
like 10 of those still.
with the slipcover. It's very
Almost
nice.
all the Superman ones I still need.
They're starting to be not quite as fancy with the slipcovers. No embossing or anything on this, but they're still nice to have.
It's a bummer they go the full 9, but you know.
And then one of the few times I actually pre-ordered one of these because I did not want to miss out and Well, I knew wasn't going to miss out on the movie, but I didn't want to miss out on the slipcover as well. We got Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1.
I need that. Still.
Yeah, Part 1.
Yeah, but is it lame? Someone asks on our Discord.
What? Okay, I don't know. I'm sure it
Why are you
isn't.
mentioning it? Somebody said on this.
Now here's the thing: they're
Our
not.
own Discord. It's
they're-
our Discord. That's why.
Yeah, so they're not doing the connected universe thing with the movies. They've gone back to doing standalones. So this is its own thing. So they haven't messed with the continuity to make it fit their weird
But-
cinematic continuity or anything. It's just a straight up adaptation. So
Could easily sit right next to year one now, though, because it takes place right after, technically.
sure, I kind of have like a headcanon for a lot of those. Like
too.
I put year one as the beginning, and then you have stuff like you have
Killing
death.
Joke is next to that for me.
Yeah, you have death in the family, so you put that
need
in
that
there. You get Under the Red Hood, the Killing Joke, and basically then I have The Dark Knight Returns as the conclusion of the Batman saga, and that's
Interesting.
as far as the movies go. I mean, obviously there's more in
it's
the
cool, yeah.
more in the comics, but
I have all my alternate universe stuff on one side, and then I have all the early years Batman stuff on the left side. So it's
I
year
see.
one and Killing Joke, and in the future it'll have
yeah,
that long Halloween slider right in the middle. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of do that, like just kind of my head canon, and like this is the life story of Batman in condensed form. So now I love that this is a standalone, so this can just fit right into that quite nicely.
Yep.
So really looking forward to checking this out. Next up, this came out on Blu-ray a while back. It's a long-time favorite anime series of mine. I originally watched it on VHS back in the 90s with a friend of mine. We rented them, and I just loved it. I had the laser discs of it a while back. Great. Watched those several times. Got the DVD set fairly, a few years ago, fairly affordably. But I really wanted the Blu-ray set because I knew it was one that would look great in high definition, a lot of detail in the animation and such, and great 80s style soundtrack. But it was always a little bit too pricey for me. And I just, on a whim in my travels recently, was browsing around, just looking at some anime, lamenting that I could never afford anything, and saw this one, and it was like going for about $30. I'm like, what? $30 for that? Sold. So I grabbed it. And what is it? The Bubblegum Crisis. The original Bubblegum Crisis. The 1980s one. Huge Blade Runner influence to this. So no surprise that I love it. I mean, the rock band is called Priss and the Replicants. Come on. So anyway, there you go. So this has all of the extras from the DVD set. To be honest, there's not a ton of extras. There's some music videos and promo videos. But nice to have everything all together. And it's just on a single disc. And there we go. So looking forward to checking that one out. Sadly, still no AD Police or Bubblegum Crash or Tokyo 2040. But at least we have the original on Blu-ray. All the rest are still in DVD land.
I need to get that.
So, what else did I get? Oh, just a little thing that caught my eye, and I thought, why not? What the heck? The Euro Crypt of Christopher Lee collection from Severin Films. Yeah, I busted the bank on this one.
I just did Severin order.
Stout is pissed off because he's still waiting for his to be shipped. What's funny is,
Can't even afford it.
Little Retro Rocker ordered this about 2 days before me. He lives in the UK. And he got his in about a week. I got mine living in Canada like a week
Next
after
door.
that. So
Rubbing it in.
And
keep
Justin, who lives in
rubbing
the
it
U.S., still hasn't gotten his.
I know.
What
So
is that
few
all
reasons
about?
I wanted this. There's going to be a big ass closer look on this. No question about that. But this is a beautiful set of like genuine rarities of Christopher Lee. A lot of TV stuff and interviews. And we got, what we got here? 5 movies and a TV series that hasn't been seen since basically it originally aired. And they found all the surviving episodes, film prints, and transferred them all for Blu-ray. So, yeah, Christopher Lee hosted an anthology horror series in the early 70s called Theater Macabre. And all the existing episodes are in this set. There's 24 episodes. But one of the big selling points for me, I mean, all of that stuff was great, and I probably would have got it anyway. One of the big selling points for me was this. The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism, which, as you know, I'm a huge fan of this one. It's a personal favorite. It's not a great movie, but it has some really cool moments in it.
Right.
And
Had fun.
The Hemisphere Horror Collection had this a few years back, and the only print they could find was a couple of 16 millimeter theatrical prints that in the hands of private film collectors. So they did kind of an assembly cut from that, and that was the only known surviving elements. And then, I don't know how, I don't know who, I don't know what, but they found the original negatives in Germany. So they did a whole new transfer for this, and in addition to that,
Right.
they found even
Remember
more.
correctly- Sorry.
They found even more stuff. 2 Super 8 digest short versions, also German, and loaded it up with extras, 2 audio commentaries, theatrical and teaser trailers, behind-the-scenes galleries, poster gallery, a restoration slideshow. This is fantastic. So I'm so excited to check this out because, you know, I had it on VHS for many years, watched it many times, and then the Hemisphere Horror set was the best Blu-ray we had for a long time. So this, I've seen stills of this. It blows the old one out of the water. It just looks amazing.
So
So-
I heard that was found with a bunch of other films in like the basement of some random theater. And I don't think, did they find the original negatives or is it just better negatives?
I think it's the original
Say?
negatives.
I'm
Now
curious.
scanned in 4K from the original German negative with all new special
Damn.
features. So yeah, that's quite an
All right,
upgrade
then.
from the 16 washed out 16 millimeter
Yeah.
fan prints that we had before.
Even a 35 millimeter exhibition print would have been a
Oh yeah.
huge upgrade.
Yeah.
So.
So what else we got on here? We have Castle of the Living Dead. It's another rarity. Got some extras on there. I should mention also this set is mostly region free. I'll explain in a moment. And we have Challenge the Devil. Got some extras on there too. Beautiful covers on these two. Love it. Love this set. Ah, this one, Crypt of the Vampire. For whatever reason, I'm guessing regional rights issues, this one is Region A locked. This is the only movie in the entire set that is not region free. And they were cognizant of that and only put a trailer on here for extras. So there you go. So I'm guessing there's some kind of Region B release of this movie, and that's why they couldn't make that one region free. Everything else in the set, though, is region free. So if you're in the UK, you're good to go. Unless, of course, you got a region free player. Another Sherlock Holmes with Christopher Lee. I checked. This is not the same as what I have on that old Mill Creek set. The Mill Creek one is actually later ones from the early 90s. This is one from the 60s where he played the famous detective. And then, of course, finally we have Theater Macabre. Check out the mustache. Look at that. Just rocking that stash. And Theater Macabre is actually 2 discs. I'm guessing 12 episodes per disc. Oh, hold on. A better shot of the mustache here. Hold on a second. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Epic. So, yeah. So, good stuff. And then it has this massive frickin' book all full of goodies. Oh, and I should mention, that's not even everything that's in here. What else is it? Castle of the Living Dead. Is this the one? Yeah, Castle of the Living Dead also has the soundtrack CD. And the insert here gives you a full track list for the soundtrack CD. So that's pretty cool. And then, what was the other one? Was it on this one? Yeah, on the Challenge the Devil disc, there's a second disc, which is Relics from the Crypt. So this is all kinds of rarities, interviews and outtakes, and Jesus fucking Christ, that scared me. Yeah, just stop it. Yeah, so anyway, a whole bunch of interviews and behind the scenes stuff. There's some outtakes from some of his Hammer films and all kinds of goodies on there. So yeah, so if you're a Christopher Lee fan, this set is just an absolute treasure of stuff. So it's only available currently through Severin's website. But I'm sure it will be available through Amazon at some point, at least through third-party sellers. But I didn't want to miss out on this. This was actually I actually just barely missed the pre-order window, but managed to get in anyway. So, and that's it. That's it for my pickups this week. So there we go.
I think the reason that mine hasn't even been shipped yet is because I ordered it from Amazon.
Oh,
So,
maybe.
Pre-ordered though. I pre-ordered it on Amazon. And
Really? I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know it was available through Amazon yet, but okay, that would make sense. Yeah, I just ordered it straight from Severin, and they were quite prompt.
Oh, Severin's great with shipping.
I was very pleased. Yeah, same thing. I think Little Retro Rocker did the same. I'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
But
I found it's really interesting. Everybody I know has gotten their Years of Lead box set from Arrow.
Mhm.
Mine, a full 2 weeks after it release date, finally got shipped by Amazon. I think
wow.
something's up with that. I don't know. I think there might be something going on with that. Like
I don't know. I've
the
had
demand, or
yeah.
they're holding it back to make Amazon get their copies later. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
But
don't blame them.
encouraging
Right.
more people to order from direct rather than through Amazon.
Yes, that's probably a big thing too.
Politics, man.
that's what I have to say to that.
But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, as I remember the Hemisphere set I ordered through Amazon, but it was long out. It was already out of print when I ordered it. I was just happy to get it, but I wish I'd got that Island of Blood set. That would have been a nice, or Blood Island set. Nice companion piece. Basically, the rest of Hemisphere's filmography. So I don't think they did very much. They just kind of did drive-in movies for a few years. Al Adamson did one with them.
I wish I
Brain
had
of Blood.
that. Well, Al Adams.
Oh, that Al Adamson set. Oh my God, how many movies is in that? It's like 32 movies or something. It's ridiculous. Like how
It's
many
all of
movies
his
are in
movies.
there?
It's almost all of them, I think.
Like
Almost
everything.
all.
Yeah. And the
I mean, like,
documentary.
and there's stuff on there that's not been released on Blu-ray anywhere else, like Black Samurai,
Yeah.
which I would love to get.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's so many.
Nice rarities. Good shit, yo. Good shit. So yeah. So anyway, gonna be a lot of goodies and closer looks and stuff coming your way this Halloween season. Yeah, we've been editing a lot of stuff for Halloween over the past few weeks. Yeah, stay tuned. Starts September 1st, goes right through to November 30th. 3 months of Halloween. Because I say so. The Z-Man said so.
Because you say so.
That's right. Oh, so we didn't get around to the news last week because E3 just ate up so much time, and by the time we got done with that, we were all tired. At least I was tired. I don't know what
We
you guys
also
thought.
started really late.
We also started really late,
And
and
we always start really late. That's right. So
No,
Yeah.
but like last week was like later than this week even.
Yeah. yeah,
It was
this
really
week
late last
was
week. This week was alright.
mainly due to heat. Was why I started a bit later this week. Was just trying
007.
to let
I
the,
stream 3 days a week. Where are you with the tips? Where's the donations? I can't buy anything till I get donations, buddy.
yeah.
I don't get. I do fucking 12 hours of streams a week, and
I can't.
$0.
I can't pay
So-
my bills or live or eat without donations. So
Well, I have to pay my bills too. That's why I can't
Yeah.
fucking pay anything else.
Exactly.
I spend my money on bills usually.
pretty much. Yeah.
Same
so
here.
anyway, that's that. So
That's that word. I can't get any money. I ain't get no tolls. I ain't get no rolls. We need them tolls so we can get the rolls.
yeah.
And then tight
I
reference.
came up with that. I
Uh,
love that scene. I'm on the East Bank. I'm on the West Bank. Ain't exactly the Mississippi. Sorry.
Okay. So anyway, we didn't do the news last week, so we got a lot of news to cover this week. All right. So trailers. Official trailer for the 12th film in the Halloween franchise, Halloween Kills. Still set on October 31st, 2018. Oh, so they're carrying on the same kind of tradition of the second movie being on the same night.
Love that.
Laurie Strode, played once again by Jamie Lee Curtis, of course, and her family worked with new and old allies to form a mob against Michael Myers, who is still loose in Haddonfield. The film is scheduled to hit theaters on October 15th. Cool. I heard
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I say, I watched the trailer. It feels like it gives away too much, but I bet you that too
That's
much
what
is
I've heard,
only
yeah.
the intro.
I don't know.
It feels like it's a lot of intro. It gives away exactly how Michael gets out, which is fine, I guess. It's a trailer, so it's like.
But I heard there's
good
a little Easter egg in there of the Silver Shamrock masks from Halloween 3.
Yep.
Halloween
So
3
it's pretty
was
nice.
so good.
I know. So even Rosie knows. Rosie, we watched
Halloween 3 rules.
Yeah, Halloween 3 was great.
Couldn't get that fucking Shamrock song out of my head.
Happy Halloween,
No.
Halloween,
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 happy
happy
Halloween,
Halloween,
Silver Shamrock.
Get your masks ready, boys and girls. The giveaway is about to begin.
Don't forget the big giveaway at 9.
There's such a really
The what?
It was such like a creepy and good idea.
Yeah. Creepy and good. Speaking of creepy and good, I lost my shit when I saw this was coming. Official trailer for the unexpected animated crossover straight out of nowhere. Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Hell yeah.
I am so
Nice.
stoked for this.
It looks really good.
I watched the trailer for this and I was just like grinning ear to ear like, what's his face who wants to do something naughty? But
Fred.
Fred, thank you. I couldn't remember his
Yes.
name. Let's do something naughty.
With love, Fred.
The movie finds our favorite teen sleuths in the town of Nowhere, where they meet Courage the Cowardly Dog and investigate what makes Nowhere one of the weirdest places on Earth. Featuring the return of voice actor Marty Grabstein as the voice of Courage. This one will be available on digital and DVD on September 14th. Sadly, no Blu-ray.
No.
Nope,
it's a
the last couple of
straight-to-video
it been
release.
Blu-ray.
No.
The other thing is apparently the creator of Courage is not involved in this.
That's weird.
Yeah, right? I just thought it was weird. I mean,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean it's necessarily bad.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's there, but it's done by people who are definitely fans of the show.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna say,
No, it definitely
They
felt
look
like a
like they
love
know what they're
letter.
doing.
Yeah.
The over-exaggerations are
Yeah.
definitely favoring, Courage the Cowardly Dog and,
Yeah.
and less
I think-
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing about this is that they both have their usual animation styles, and there's no explanation to why.
No.
Each movie is completely different.
I know, it just is.
But then you, out of nowhere, you have, like, Scooby that screams, like, Courage.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just like,
Needless to say, the Scooby, Courage bonds with Scooby and Shaggy quite nicely.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still looking forward to it. It looks really good.
Absolutely, yeah.
things I do for love.
So, this is another one I watched. The newest teaser and update on the Adult Swim animated series, Uzumaki. Hiroshi Nagahama, director of the series, offered an update on the series, apologizing for the long wait before showing off a new clip and announcing a premiere date of October 2022. Yeah, really looking forward to this one. I've been meaning to pick up the full mangas of all of Junji Ito's stuff. Such imaginative and disturbing horror. Just an amazing creator. I did see the old live-action movie of Uzumaki, and I thought it was fantastic. It's really, really good. Hoping to do maybe a group viewing rewatch for Halloween season this year. So, yeah, should be fun. Second trailer for the fourth installment in the Candyman franchise, Candyman. In present day, a decade after the last of Chicago's Cabrini Towers were torn down, Anthony and his partner move into a loft in the now gentrified Cabrini. A chance encounter with an old-timer exposes Anthony to the true story behind Candyman. Anxious to use these macabre deaths in his studio as fresh grist for paintings, he unknowingly opens a door to a complex past that unravels his own sanity and unleashes a terrifying wave of violence. Co-written by Jordan Peele and directed by Nia DaCosta, the film is scheduled to hit theaters on August 27th. That sounds really good, actually.
I love that they took the theme from the original film about racism and the housing and how they put people in these places.
Mm-hmm.
There was a whole subtext about that.
Nice.
I mean, not even subtext. This is the text of the movie.
Yeah.
And I love that they're building on that with now. The other problem is gentrification of those areas.
Mm-hmm. No, that's awesome. I still have not seen any of the Candyman films, but that's why I bought all three of them recently, because I plan to watch them and review them around the same time that the new one comes out. So
This is why I
stay
was
tuned
vague
for that.
about. the
Yes, I
actual-
figured.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. There you go. And those who didn't know I bought them, there's an update coming shortly before the scheduled reviews.
Spoilers.
Yes. Well, I showed them in SNI, so you guys have seen them, but the other folks may not have. Official teaser trailer for the Netflix original film The Harder They Fall, premiering 2021. When an outlaw discovers his enemy is being released from prison, he reunites his gang to seek revenge in this black western film, featuring an ensemble cast in Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba, Zazie Beetz, Lakeith Stanfield, and Regina King. Nice. Official trailer for the horror thriller Till Death. A woman is left handcuffed to her dead husband as part of a sick revenge plot. Unable to unshackle, she has to survive as two killers arrive to finish her off. Starring Megan Fox in the leading role, marking her return to the horror genre for the first time since Jennifer's Body from 2009. Cool. Sounds like it could be good.
Fucking amazing film, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I really need to see that one. It's one of those ones that seem to gain appreciation later. You know,
Yes.
I think,
It didn't do well in the theaters, but
Yeah.
it really plays with the gender tropes of horror, and so it's
Yeah.
so good. It's
Yeah.
meta and in its subtext, it's in
Nice.
in the same breath.
I really need to see that.
That's one of those movies at the time where I still wasn't I was getting into film, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't as deep into film at the time quite
Mm.
yet. So I was still doing stupid things like listening to what other people would tell me about movies, making decisions about what not to watch.
Yeah.
And so I heard people talk shit about the movie. I was like, I'm not going to watch this guy.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it because I was a big fucking idiot.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So let
Official
people tell you
trailer.
what not to watch.
Official trailer for one of the next installments of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Shang-Chi must confront the past he thought he left behind when he is drawn into the web of the mysterious Ten Rings organization. Starring Awkwafina, Tony Leung, Michelle Yeoh, with Simu Liu as the title character. Film is
so good.
Film is scheduled to hit theaters on September 3rd. And sounds like we're finally getting the real Mandarin.
2
Finally.
days before my birthday, by the way.
Oh,
so.
nice. Very good.
Yeah.
Official trailer for the Netflix original film A Classic Horror Story, premiering July 14th. Five people traveling by camper crash into a tree. When they recover, the road they were driving on has been replaced by an impenetrable forest and a wooden house.
What the
Oh.
fuck? Interesting.
And it's called A Classic Horror Story. So I'm guessing it's maybe kind of play with some of the classic horror tropes of the cabin in the woods kind of thing, maybe. Cool. I'm down. I'll watch that.
Old dark house.
The old
everyone
dark
ends up
house in the middle of the woods.
Old
Means-
Dark House, it's literally a subgenre.
Literally, it
Yeah.
is. It is.
because of that movie. Well,
Because
actually,
of-
some movies prior it, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there were, but it
Elijah
evolved
being one
into a subgenre.
yeah, it became it got its own tropes and good shit.
Official trailer for the latest G.I. Joe film, Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins. A mysterious lone fighter known only as Snake Eyes is welcomed into and trained by an ancient Japanese ninja clan called the Arashikage, but finds his loyalties being tested when secrets from his past are revealed as he eventually goes on the path to become the famous G.I. Joe hero. The film is scheduled to hit theaters on July 23rd.
I love this new push for these martial arts films. Basically,
Yeah.
that's basically what it is. I think I films a martial arts. film,
Yeah,
basically, you know?
definitely.
You know? So so that means we're getting a glut of potentially very entertaining, low budget martial art films in response.
Hell yeah.
So I'm super stoked for that.
Bring it on.
So.
Official trailer for the Netflix original film Gunpowder Milkshake, premiering July 14th. In her turbulent life as a professional assassin, Scarlett, played by Lena Headey, was cruelly forced to abandon her daughter Sam and go on the run. Years later, despite the estrangement, Sam, played by Karen Gillan, oh, I love Karen Gillan. She was Amy in Doctor Who and Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy, has also grown up into a cold-blooded hit woman. Oh, nice, like mother, like daughter. After a high-stakes mission spins out of control, putting an innocent 8-year-old girl in the middle of a gang war she's unleashed, Sam has no choice but to go rogue. This ultimately leads her back to her mother and her former hit women's sidekicks, who all join forces in an avenging war against those who took everything from them. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Let's check that out. Official trailer for the thriller Titane. Instead of a synopsis, the studio has provided a definition for the word titane. A metal highly resistant to heat and corrosion with high tensile strength alloys often used in medical prostheses due to its pronounced biocompatibility. Directed by Julia Ducournau, who previously helmed the critically acclaimed 2016 horror film Raw. Cool. Official trailer for the Netflix original animated film Troll Hunters, Rise of the Titans, premiering July 21st. The heroes from the Troll Hunters series team up on an epic adventure to fight the Arcane Order for control over the magic that binds them all. The film acts as a grand finale to the Troll Hunters Tales of Arcadia series, created by Guillermo del Toro. Excellent. I've heard that's a really good series, too. Official trailer for the... Bye, garbage.
Bye.
Official trailer for the Apple TV Plus original series The Shrink Next Door, premiering November 12th. How a seemingly normal dynamic between a charming psychiatrist, played by Paul Rudd, and a longtime patient, played by Will Ferrell. Oh my god, Paul Rudd and Will Ferrell. Morphs into an exploitative relationship filled with manipulation, power grabs, and dysfunction. Interesting. Official trailer for the Hulu original series Only Murders in the Building, premiering August 31st. Series follows three strangers played by Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. I thought I was going to see Chevy Chase. I was like, is this a Three Caballeros reunion? So, nope, not quite. 2 out of 3. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez, who share an obsession with true crimes and suddenly find themselves wrapped up in one. Ooh, that sounds like it could be fun, actually. Official trailer for the drama Pig. A truffle hunter who lives alone in the Oregonian wilderness
Perfect.
must return to his past
Fucking nailed it.
in Portland in search of his beloved foraging pig after she is pig-napped. It doesn't say that. That's just what came out of my mouth.
Okay. It's just like John Wick, but starring Nick Cage, doing Nick Cage. It looks so fun.
Starring our Lord and Savior Nicolas Cage in the leading role. Yes.
All right.
She got pig.
She got pig. I'm just gonna leave that in there.
I actually had something interesting to say about this, and then you destroyed it once the pig laughter. And I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say anymore.
Okay.
It was actually like an interesting comment about this movie.
Something about truffles, pigs, John Wick, something. I don't know.
Nick Cage.
It looks really fucking good, though. It does.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, despite the fact that I'm a Nick Cage fan, if Nick Cage wasn't in it, the plot and everyone else in it is pretty fucking cool. Like the scene, in, like the trailer. So I'm like, I'm sold. Like on the premise alone.
Yeah. Well,
and
there you go.
It looks well shot. So.
Cool. All right, so that's it for trailer news. In movie and TV news, the next film in the Transformers franchise. So they are doing another one. A Transformers franchise has an official title: Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Yes, we're getting Beast Wars in live action. Will serve as a direct sequel to 2018's Bumblebee. Good, so they're following the soft reboot and not on from the other series.
Bumblebee is so good.
Good, so this is the sequel to Bumblebee.
But I thought Bumblebee was really a step in the right direction for the series.
Yeah,
it really was.
I still have to watch
Just
it.
give Bumblebee his fucking voice back, please.
Yes, what the fuck? And get Dan Gilvezan to do the voice.
Make that be like a story arc where he regains his voice. I mean, that's
I don't
really
understand why in 7 fucking movies that hasn't been a story arc yet. That in any of them.
Michael Bay, I think, was really tied to the whole talks with radio.
Yeah.
That Wreck-Gar did. I'm like, that was the wrong character. You could have just put Wreck-Gar in there. No one would have complained.
Yeah, exactly. And you could talk in TV. You could have had like so many funny like old 50s sitcom clips and
John
stuff.
Cleese come back and paid him $1 million fucking or whatever.
Well, it was Eric Idle in the
Eric
movie.
Idle. Sorry, wrong
Right
Wrong
comedy
one.
troupe, wrong member.
Sorry. My brain. I've had.
But I would love to hear
really
John
bad-
Cleese voice a robot. That'd be
I
great.
do have to warn. I'm having a really bad brain day today, so
Hey,
I'm
no
gonna
worries.
fuck up a lot
No
of that
worries.
shit. So. My
Uh,
brain, I feel like it's gonna push my eyeball out of it.
so it will serve as a
So-
direct sequel to 2018's Bumblebee, and we'll see both that character and Optimus Prime return, once again voiced by legendary voice actor Peter Cullen. Damn well better be. The film marks the debuts of the Maximals, creature-like descendants of the world-protecting Autobots, Predacons, descendants of the evil Decepticons, and a new movie villain, Terrorcons. We've had Terrorcons in the comics and cartoons before,
Yeah.
but very briefly in the I think they were only in the Rebirth miniseries for about 5
Please bring in the
seconds.
pretenders and their pretender
Where are my
shells.
Insecticons?
In fact,
How
I
about
think
the
in the
Insecticons?
original comics,
Insecticons are my favorites.
the 80s comics, the Terrorcons were in it for like 3 issues, and it was at a point where there was a big cataclysmic story arc going on, and they were in it for like 3 issues and then all got killed.
I have the issue that includes them actually.
So it's like, we're the Terrorcons, we're here to be terrifying, and they're dead. Okay, well,
yeah, I
anyway.
actually have 3 different versions of third-party Insecticons up there, Stoudman. So like,
Nice.
they're literally my favorite Transformers. Since I was a kid,
I like
got
them in the
the-
in the
the-
cartoon. I remember.
I got the gift set for the figures as a kid.
Yeah,
It was the only Generation 1 toy I had.
nice.
Because all the other toys I had were from season 1 toy. The only stuff I had from like later on was season 3 post movie stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But,
The
yeah,
the
that-
Insecticons
that's
stuck
not it.
around, like they
Yeah.
you know.
That's why there was it was a set by that point instead of
Yeah,
individuals.
I remember in the movie the Insecticons were turned into I think Cyclonus
Sweeps.
and the Sweeps. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Deserve better than that.
yes, yes they did.
But yeah, I would love to show you someday, Stab, when we move in. Like, look at my Insecticon collection.
So
Look at it, gaze upon
Um,
its glory.
So the Terracons, okay, so these combatants will wage war in 1994, Brooklyn, New York. So this one's going to be set in the 90s.
Cool.
Stephen Capel, which makes sense because the original Beast Wars came out in the 90s. So Brooklyn, New York, Stephen Capel Jr., who previously helmed Creed 2, will serve as director. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I'm totally down for that. I'm glad it kind of feels like they're finally getting like a good direction for the Transformers movies. Only took them 6 movies to get there, but yeah, I'm glad that they finally did like a reboot of sorts.
I like Bumblebee, but like
yeah,
I would write like even more faithful to the third generation one. Can we stop using the Bayformer style
yeah,
stuff? That still bothers me, but
yeah.
other than like that's like the only it's like a minor distraction. And the rest of the movie's pretty good.
Yeah, the one offshoot of that, of course, as you know, I really enjoyed was Transformers Prime, the animated series, which it was so well written and so
And bitter.
well acted, and just had like so many nice little nods to like the entire history of Transformers in there. It was just such a treat. Great show.
I'm bitter. I'll always be bitter.
Well, they couldn't afford to keep The Rock in it for 65 fucking episodes. Just get over it.
He could have gone on an important mission and just not showed up for 5 more episodes. They didn't have to kill him. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, they did.
No, they
Could
didn't.
have killed someone else. Nobody liked.
Besides, they
I
didn't
don't know,
kill him. They had
Jazz.
him back
Fuck
as
Jazz.
Zombie Cliff Jumper for a while. And
Oh,
that-
great!
and then
I'd
they
love to see my
killed him
favorite
again.
character- I'd love to see my character's corpse walking around and then murdered again.
Exactly. Okay, so anyway. Good show. Actress
Probably
Odessa.
is.
Yeah, no, I know for a fact you would enjoy it.
I've seen the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
4 episodes.
The miniseries that starts it is not the best of the show, to be honest. It gets better
That's right.
after
I think
that.
it's actually a pretty good start. But
yeah, no, it's fine. It's just it's better later
bitter.
as it goes. Well, stay mad.
I will.
I just discovered that saying recently, and I love it.
Oh,
It's such a-
my favorite is die mad, you salty bitch.
Die mad, you salty
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah, I think I've heard you use that one before. That's a good one.
Anyway, I have to be right back. Back in a bit.
Okay. Actress Odessa Azion has been cast as Riley, the gender-swapped Pinhead and leader of the Cenobites in this new big-screen adaptation of Clive Barker's The Hellbound Heart. David Bruckner, director of the Netflix film The Ritual, will helm the project. Yeah, needless to say, I saw an article about this, and it's a bit of a fallacy to say it's a gender-swapped Pinhead, because in the original book, The Hellbound Heart, Pinhead was female. Or more specifically, Pinhead was genderless, but with a female-like appearance. Pinhead was also not called Pinhead. It was just the Cenobite priest. So that became a moniker of the movies. So the original movie was actually not faithful to the book in that respect. So this is basically a reboot. And let's face it, the original franchise hardcore went off the rails and has basically just sucked for a very long time.
God,
I welcome a reboot. And something that gets a little closer to the source material, you know.
I legitimately feel like some of the fucking I almost said the asylum.
Yeah.
Not the asylum. Fucking what are they? The fucking ones with the house that's haunted.
Oh,
Amityville.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the cursed object Amityville movies.
Yeah, those at least are.
A lot of those are actually pretty damn good compared to like 4 and 5. Hellraiser 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Are so god awful. They're so bad. I didn't even really like 3, but people stand 3, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Like what you're gonna like, but 4 and 5 are so. There are more.
Yeah, there's like 9 of them.
Are even worse. Like,
yeah.
Good grief! It's one of those horror franchises where like you really struggled to watch it.
Yeah. But of course, like I mean, look at any random comment section announcing that this new version, and it's just full of misogynistic cancer. Like it's just unbelievable. I went on one. It was Daily Dead, I think, had an article about it, and I responded to some of them saying, like, I mean, this is the best comeback imaginable. I mean, it's just airtight, which is the original book. Pinhead was female. Die mad, you salty bitch.
Like, yeah, but they're just doing this because of the woke SJW culture.
Oh, that's exactly. Every other comment was that, and I responded to a bunch of them with the same thing, saying, "Well, actually, the original book." And then someone actually tried to counter it. Well, Clive Barker wrote and directed the original movie, but so to say that it goes against the source material is just lunatic. And I said, Clive Barker also wrote the original book, and he likely gender-swapped the character in 1987 because having a female lead villain in a sexually charged horror story like Hellraiser in 1987 probably wouldn't have played as well. Just saying.
Or because it might just have been like, well, this guy plays the character better than anyone else we got to come in to play the
It could be just based on the performance. Doug Bradley had an interesting take on it,
when
so
it comes to acting, it's like
let's go with that.
It's always been a part of acting. It's been people of various genders playing whatever
it's like with
required of them. That's as old as the art of acting.
Yes. It's like with Doctor Who. You know, now you can have a female Doctor Who, and a bunch of segment of fandom lost their minds. Oh, there's a bunch of woke bullshit, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, it's just the times have changed, and things are a little more open now in terms of possibilities. It's not so much about, you know, marrying a specific character to a specific gender. It's just about what would be interesting. Is there an interesting story to be told here? Is this an interesting take on the character? Like with Doctor Who, it's more, does this feel like the Doctor? Male, female, who cares? Does it feel like the Doctor? Are the right character beats there? And that's I see it being the same thing with a character like Pinhead. I mean, it's more like, does this actor, exude menace and a certain uncomfortable sexuality aspect to it, which is what Hellraiser's, well, at least the first one, always been about. So you just got to hit those beats. And so I don't know. I'm looking forward to it.
A lot of these people
and thank
in
you,
those
Luke Tron.
comment sections are. Oh, my internet connection is unst again. A lot of these people. Am I here?
You are. You're still a little
Okay.
quiet. I don't know why you're so quiet tonight.
Okay. A lot of these people in these comment sections are literally just looking for to start a fight. They're literally looking for shit to complain about. That's all it is. They're just like they're so obsessed with the whole idea of the quote unquote woke SJW culture, which time again can be proven to have its roots 40, 50 years ago, which means it's not a new thing. Stop acting like it's a new thing. This kind of change has been taking place for many years, and only now you start complaining about it because some talking heads on the internet told you that you needed to complain about it, because now it's an issue, even though it wasn't for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. And so that's, I think, the thing you need to remember when you're reading things from these fucking people is that they are literally there just to try and find some way to make this out to be, they're just trying to be woke SJW. That's all they're there to do.
Yeah.
They don't fucking care. They don't actually care about the movie. They don't. I guarantee you, most of those people complaining never even have watched any Hellraiser movies.
Mm-hmm. Or they watched the first one like 40 years ago.
They don't fucking care.
30 years
they
ago.
They literally don't care.
Yeah.
The only reason they are there is to make an issue out of it.
1987.
Make it political. So.
Pretty good for 1987.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I look forward to the new one. I still want to read the original book, actually, too. So, yeah.
I like how a lot of things have been influenced by Hellraiser. Have you seen Mandy yet?
No.
Have you seen Baskin?
No.
Those two movies heavily inspired by Hellraiser in a lot of great ways.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So, next.
Right. More news. Hold on a second here.
Itchy.
Okay. Where were we here? Here we are. A series of photos were leaked from the set of the Flash film. Those being photos of Ezra Miller as Barry Allen, Sasha Calle as Supergirl in full costume and in a wire rig. She's doing a flying scene. And Michael Keaton back as silver-haired Bruce Wayne. The film is scheduled for a November 4, 2022 release. Very nice. Wow, we got a long wait on that one. Holy shit.
I don't know why, but I feel like 2022 is so far away, but really
I
it's
know.
not. It's only like 6
It's only
months.
like, yeah, 6 months away.
Mm-hmm.
Just that reminder that it won't always be this hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw something that was talking about the heat wave, and it said, like, this is the hottest summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then below it said, but that just makes all the other summers cooler.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be the coolest summers.
Yes. Anyway, we're in the middle of a heat wave right now, for anyone wondering. All along the West Coast, we're getting it pretty rough where we are, as well.
Garbage Gamer sometimes will do that if he's just too tired to continue going on. He'll leave.
Yes.
It's just part of who he is.
Yep. That's fine. He knew it'd be a while before we got
It's
to the
his
gaming
thing.
news. He's probably just tired. He's had a busy week.
Yep.
That's all right. We'll get him next week. Glad he could join us for a bit. See, MGM is moving forward with this one kind of surprised me, is moving forward with a reboot of the blaxploitation horror classic Blackula. The new film is a modern reimagining of the 1972 movie, directed by William Crane and starring William Marshall as Blackula, the original, that is. The reboot picks up where the original saga left off, after the 1973 sequel Scream, Blackula, Scream, and will be set in a metropolitan city post-coronavirus pandemic. That's interesting. They're actually doing it as a sequel. I like that idea. Dion Taylor, who helmed 2019's The Intruder, will direct the project based on a script co-written with Micah Rainham. Very cool. Let's see. The Beatles' forthcoming film Get Back, a Peter Jackson-directed documentary culled from the footage from the 1970 Let It Be film, will premiere as a Disney Plus original documentary series over the Thanksgiving holidays. Because of the wealth of tremendous footage Jackson has reviewed, which he has spent the past 3 years restoring and editing, The Beatles' Get Back will be presented as 3 separate episodes. Each episode is approximately 2 hours in length, rolling out over 3 days, November 25th, 26th, and 27th, 2021, exclusively on Disney+. During, this. During an interview with Variety, the creators behind the Harley Quinn animated series revealed, while DC has been nothing but supportive in allowing the show to push the envelope, there was one scene that the company vetoed. We had a moment where Batman was going down on Catwoman, and DC was like, you can't do that. You absolutely cannot do that.
Oh my god.
They're like, heroes don't do that. So we said, are you saying heroes are just selfish lovers? And they were like,
well, if it's Batman, I would imagine, yes.
And they were like, no, it's that we sell consumer toys for heroes. It's hard to sell a toy if Batman is also going down on someone. And some of the Twitter just exploded with this when this broke. And some of the comments, one of my favorites was, well, why do you think he has that cutout part of his cowl at the bottom there? Like, what do you think that's for?
Oh, God.
You never know, and you might get some nookie. But it was hilarious. Twitter just exploded with Batman going down on Catwoman memes for like a day and a half. It was ridiculous. A second animated Mortal Kombat film has been announced and will hit stores and digital in late summer. Titled Mortal Kombat Battle of the Realms, much of the original cast is returning, including Joel McHale as the voice of Johnny Cage and Jennifer Carpenter as the voice of Sonya Blade. I'm assuming original cast of the previous Mortal Kombat animated film, the Mortal Kombat Legends one.
Oh.
I don't know, which I haven't seen. I heard it was really good though. Need to get caught up on all the Mortal Kombat stuff. The likes of Francis Ford Coppola, James Hong, Willem Dafoe, the late great Carrie Fisher, and 34 others will take another step towards immortality as they will take part in the Hollywood Walk of Fame class of 2022. Very good. Filmmaker James Ashcroft has signed on to co-write and direct Devolution, Legendary's adaptation of the Bigfoot horror novel written by World War Z author Max Brooks. The story sees a tech-focused green community in the deep forests of Washington state that is left isolated by a natural disaster. The social structure rapidly disintegrates as the members contend first with being cut off from the modern world, and then with a pack of mysterious predators who turn out to be Sasquatch creatures. Ashcroft previously directed the critically acclaimed Coming Home in the Dark. Cool.
Ah.
Actress Zoe...
I am so disappointed what they did to World War Z, so I'm really worried they might fuck this one up.
Completely different filmmakers, though, isn't it?
Same writer as the book, though. Both are Max Brooks books.
Well, yeah, but
And
I'm talking about...
That's why I'm worried, because he already doesn't have a track record where I trust his writing. I'm like, oh, come on.
Did he write the screenplay for World War Z, though?
No, that's he wrote the fucking book, which was basically a screenplay.
Yes.
And then they just rewrote it to something that was
Well,
not even remotely related.
Yeah, they do that.
And that's why I'm worried that
sometimes.
what's going to happen to his...
Because they didn't trust him and his work
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
It's funny
So
because...
second it.
Yeah, Michael Crichton kind of does that with his books. A lot of his books are basically screenplays, which is why they translate so well into movies. And the movies really don't change much about them. So I don't know why they do that sometimes when they adapt things.
Studio interference.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we'll
Favorite
see.
thing.
We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised and we'll have a fun
fingers
little
crossed. I hope.
Sasquatch movie, you know?
I hope they do another World War Z where it's just fucking movie, the book. 'Cause
Maybe
the
a
book was-
miniseries. Maybe just
the
do
book was
like
yeah,
a
the book
Netflix
was
series or
literally
something.
just
Yeah.
interviews people who survived it, and the idea being you're watching news footage and a description at the same time. So easy to
Yeah.
He built it for you, and it was so good.
Yeah.
Why did you fuck with it? It
The
just
blueprint is
baffles me.
there. Just follow the
baffles me.
instructions.
You literally all you do is choose shots, choose
Yeah.
the actors.
Yeah.
The words already written.
Mm-hmm.
Stage all the fucking. You have to do like
Yeah.
probably a lot of stunt work doing like the staged
Yeah.
news footage, but like
I don't know.
that's it. That's the movie, you know.
So, actress Zoe Kravitz will be making her directorial debut with Pussy Island, starring Channing Tatum in one of the leading roles. The film's synopsis reads, Frida is a young, clever Los Angeles cocktail waitress who has her eyes set on the prize, philanthropist and tech mogul Slater King, played by Tatum. Slater, what a great douchebag name.
What a very 80s name.
I know,
for the
right?
bully, right?
Yeah, right. When she
Slater's
skillfully
gonna steal your fucking shit. Like,
gives Slater your lunch money, yeah.
Yeah, right.
When she skillfully maneuvers her way into King's inner circle and ultimately an intimate gathering on his private island, she's ready for a journey of a lifetime. Despite the epic setting, beautiful people, ever-flowing champagne, and late-night dance parties, Frida can sense there's more to this island than meets the eye. Something she can't quite put her finger on. Something terrifying. Ooh, is this going to be a horror movie? Cool. Maybe like kind of a Twilight Zone-y thing? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Sounds cool. Horror streamer Shudder has announced that they will exclusively carry the next entry in the cult favorite VHS series on their service. In VHS 94, after the discovery of a mysterious VHS tape, a brutish police SWAT team launch a high-intensity raid on a remote warehouse, only to discover a sinister cult compound whose collection of pre-recorded material uncovers a nightmarish conspiracy.
Ooh.
The spin-off of the popular Netflix series Big Mouth has landed its cast, including Randall Park as a series regular. Spinning off from the wildly popular Big Mouth, Human Resources takes place in the supernatural homeworld of Big Mouth hormone monsters Maurice and Connie, voiced by Nick Kroll and Maya Rudolph, the latter having won a Primetime Emmy for her work on the show. In the far more adult world of the monsters, also inhabited by the shame wizards, depression kitties, and a host of other species which guide humanity through the various stages of life, from puberty to childbirth and into our autumn years, the creatures themselves will be the show's main protagonists. Oh, I'm totally down for that. I love Big Mouth. It's a great show. The AMC network has officially greenlit a series adaptation of Interview with the Vampire. Oh, I thought this was already in the works, but okay, cool. The series will run 8 episodes and comes as the network had gained the rights to 18 of Anne Rice's books last year. Okay, that's probably what I was thinking of. With the idea of branching it out into a franchise. Roland Jones, who co-created and served as showrunner for the first season of HBO's Perry Mason, will serve as creator, showrunner, and writer of the program. Nice. I'm down for that. Speaking of AMC, the network has announced that before we get to see the 11th and final season of The Walking Dead, the 4-part series The Walking Dead Origins will debut and will cover the origin stories of 4 fan-favorite characters. The 4-episode special will center on Daryl, Carol, Maggie, and Negan. These episodes will stream exclusively on AMC Plus beginning on July 15th. And just getting back to Interview with the Vampire for a second, I'm just down because I'd love to see a more robust adaptation of that world that Anne Rice created.
Yeah, well, most of the books take place in the same world.
They do,
Perfect.
like the witches ones, the zombie ones,
Yeah.
everything. They all
So
take
you
place
can-
in the same world.
Yeah, and you can just jump around time periods. And
Yeah,
It's almost like an anthology series with the characters that you love. So it's like,
and it all connects.
and there can be storylines that, like, different anthology pieces that connect to each other. I'm like, you
Yeah.
can do some really cool stuff with that universe.
Absolutely.
Especially Queen of the Dan, which suffered from production woes
Well-
because of accidents and because of producer interference.
Well,
Had an
also,
amazing soundtrack. Though.
well, also, Queen of the Damned was taking two of the more robust books in the saga
Yep.
and trying to squeeze them down into like a 90-minute movie. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how much plot was left? You know, like, there can't be much there. I mean,
I don't like the movie, but it's got fans.
the Vampire Lestat alone could be like a freaking 4-hour miniseries, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
I imagine what they'll do is, since all those books take place in various time periods, they'll probably link up the pieces that take place in the time period and focus those characters for those time periods.
Mm-hmm. Where
So
they
that'd be
cross
kind of
over.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely, I'm definitely down for that. And I will
Ray's
be
here.
watching the shit out of that.
Hey, Ray.
Ray! Hi, Ray. How's it going?
Hi, Ray.
Hello.
Preacher. Oh, 007, yes. Read the original comics if you haven't read them. They're great. It's the same but different. But I gotta say, the show got some of those characters just spot on perfect. The vampire character in particular, Cassidy, he was
I
amazing.
need to see it.
He was so good. He was like literally the comic book character brought to life. Right from the moment he walked on the screen, I
Our
was
space
like,
looked perfect too.
"That's Cassidy." Yeah, they made what?
Our space looked great.
Oh yeah, ass face. Yeah, no, he was great.
Our space for I guess the TV. or
Our
whatever.
face for the British viewers. But
Hi, Ray.
yeah, hello.
I want to say hi to Ray.
Well, she's in the chat, so
I know.
she won't see you for a while, and you're hidden behind the microphone. There's Rosie. We miss you.
Miss you.
Come back soon.
Yeah.
Ray's got stuff to do with her RV and unpacking from her old place and stuff, so she's been busy working like crazy in this crazy heat wave. All right, go. Stop hovering. One of my pet peeves is people grabbing the chair. It's like, let go of my chair. So
Yeah, it's really
it
annoying.
just bugs me. It's just a thing. Okay, you better be back soon. We're waiting. We miss you. Alrighty. So carrying on here.
Not the same without you.
Exactly. A prequel series set in the world of Supernatural has been greenlit by the CW. Yeah, we heard about this from JL.
Four times the charm, maybe.
Titled The Winchesters, the series will center on
Oh.
Sam and Dean's parents, with Jensen Ackles set to reprise his role as Dean Winchester as the narrator of the new show. Interesting.
Interesting.
Actress Jamila Jamil will take her first steps into the Marvelverse as she joins the cast of the Disney Plus series She-Hulk. The series is a legal comedy that centers on the eponymous heroine, played by Tatiana Maslany, aka Jennifer Walters, an attorney who has similar powers to her cousin, Bruce Banner, the Hulk. Jamil will play the villain Titania, who was created by Jim Shooter in 1984.
Nice.
I know that character, yeah.
I like her.
As previously reported, Mark Ruffalo and Tim Roth will both return as the Incredible Hulk and the Abomination, respectively. Wow, this Abomination's coming back. First time since the movie. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Crazy. Like the 2008 movie. It's crazy.
I mean, the trailer for the Shang-Chi, there looks like there would be an Abomination looking like character in that.
Really? Wonder if he'll
Yeah.
be in that.
Very short clip where it's like Wong fighting him from
Ah,
Doctor Strange.
interesting.
It was kind of cool.
Actress Scarlett Johansson is set to produce and star in a live-action feature based on Disney's Tower of Terror ride. Josh Cooley, director of Toy Story 4, will pen the script. The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror opened in 1994 at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida, with other Tower of Terror rides opening at multiple Disney locations worldwide. Comedy legend Jerry Seinfeld will star in, direct, and produce Unfrosted, a film comedy he co-wrote with Spike Feresten and Barry Marder that is inspired by a joke he told on the stand-up stage about the world-shaking invention of Pop-Tarts. Netflix has committed to a green light and a production start next spring.
A whole movie based on a comedy bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they did something similar with So I Married an Axe Murderer.
With what?
Fucking comedy.
So I married an axe murderer.
Oh,
Why
yeah,
are you
yeah,
so
that's true,
incomprehensible,
yeah.
dude?
I don't know why he's so
Why
quiet
am I-
today.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
Maybe talk at
What's
your mic.
wrong?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I never have this problem any other time. So
I
don't
know.
know.
my mic or
I
me.
don't know.
Just
It's
noting.
not my fault.
Have you checked your volume settings?
No,
Or your
because
microphone?
they're perfect.
No, they're not, Stout. They're really not.
It's because of Zoom. I'm sure it's Zoom's
Stop
fault.
blaming everything we use.
It's something's
Your
fault.
fault.
That's not me or my computer.
So carrying on, Smallville star Tom Welling has recently revealed plans to reprise the show with a new animated series featuring the original cast, starring Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor. No word yet if this will air on the CW, HBO Max, or otherwise. Will he be Superman now? Hello?
Device problem. I'm trying
What?
to fix
Oh,
the
okay.
shit you asked me to fix.
I've
Do I
tuned out,
sound
sorry.
better now?
Smallville
Yeah.
animated series. And I said, will he be Superman now?
Oh, probably not.
Yeah.
So just tease it some more.
Yeah.
Look,
Hey,
red boots. Woo!
Uh-huh.
Fuck sakes.
The fifth film in the Predator franchise may be skipping a theatrical run entirely and stream exclusively on Hulu. As previously reported, the movie will see actress Amber Midthunder, a Comanche woman who goes against gender norms and traditions to become a warrior. As previously reported, Dan Trachtenberg, who helmed 10 Cloverfield Lane, will serve as director. Cool.
Oh, maybe they'll do the thing like they never did from the Dark Horse comics, where like a human becomes one of the predators.
Oh, maybe. That could be
That'd be cool.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney
Mariko,
Plus.
I think her name was.
Disney Plus is shifting its original series release dates from Fridays to Wednesdays. The news comes after Marvel's Loki, which shifted its premiere date from Friday, June 11th to Wednesday, June 9th, became the streamer's most watched series premiere. The changes will begin in July and affect all global original series. In home video news, Warner Brothers have announced that the classic Hanna-Barbera series The Herculoids will be getting the high-def treatment in a complete series Blu-ray set. The street date for this release is July 13th. Very cool. That's one I used to watch quite a bit, actually. Thunder the Barbarian and The Herculoids are two I loved as a kid. The Criterion Collection have announced their September release slate: Love and Basketball from 2000, The Damned from 1969, Mona Lisa from 1986, that's a great Bob Hoskins film, and Throwdown from 2004, and the Melvin Van Peebles 4-film collection. Very cool. Severin Films have announced a brand new 4K release of Blood for Dracula from 1974. It stars Udo Kier, and it's produced by Andy Warhol. Yeah. This release will be available. The release will be available later this month. So, yeah, that's one I definitely like to grab. Vestron Video have announced plans to release the 1989 film Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat on Blu-ray. The street date for this release is August 17th.
Could have been one of them highly needed movies, but instead it's. Well, I mean, it's only been on VHS too. But I mean, I
Never
want
even
this
heard
movie.
of
Don't get me wrong. But I just give me the titles that I want. Stop giving me these other.
Well,
movies.
you know what? Someone out there somewhere has been wanting that movie.
I know.
And they are
I've been watching that movie
overjoyed.
too, to be
So,
fair.
come on. Every movie has its fans. Let's just
Of course.
be glad that
I just
they're...
they have such these. They have all these marquee titles that they put in the Vestron, marquee for horror fans.
Yeah.
To put in the Vestron line, but they just keep I get it. We have the obscure titles too, but it's been a while. You were dead for over a year,
Yeah.
doing
I know.
nothing.
I know.
You should maybe put out
Well,
more
I think,
than one.
well,
every
to
once
be
in a blue moon.
fair, let's be nice here. I think they were restructuring because after they came back, suddenly all their new releases are super affordable. So whatever they did during that year, thank you. We are grateful. So, so now they got that sorted out. Hopefully they can step up and, start pumping out some more releases, I want all of the things too. Vinegar Syndrome. For those who were wondering about this one, since Blood for Dracula was released, Vinegar Syndrome will be releasing Flesh for Frankenstein from 1973 in both 4K and real 3D. Oh yeah, it was actually, this one was done in 3D. The street date for this title is unknown at this time. Arrow Video have announced that both Ridley Scott's Legend and the Children of the Corn trilogy will be receiving hardbox deluxe editions. The Children of the Corn trilogy is UK only, though, by the way. The street dates for these titles are September 27th and 28th, respectively. Also, the Legend one actually has two different hardbox designs you can choose from. So they have the original poster art on one and the newly commissioned art on the other. I assume the keep case has a reversible cover, as per usual. Two classics will be getting the 4K treatment from Studio Canal. Catherine Bigelow's Near Dark, finally, and with a decent cover. Not that fucking Twilight knockoff shit that the Blu-ray got. And Akira Kurosawa's Ran. Oh, about time that got like a proper deluxe release. I just kind of still wish Criterion would get it back. Ran has a street date of July 19th, while Near Dark has yet to receive an official release date. In streaming news, the following premiered either in theaters or on their respective streaming services in the past 2 weeks. F9, the 9th installment of the Fast and Furious franchise, hit theaters. Godzilla Singular Point, the anime series about the latest iteration of the King of the Monsters, hit Netflix. The first episode of Rick and Morty Season 5 aired on Adult Swim. The episode is available to watch on the official Adult Swim YouTube channel. The first episode of Tuca and Birdie Season 2 aired on Adult Swim. The episode is also available to watch on the official Adult Swim YouTube channel. Luca, the newest Disney Pixar film, hit Disney Plus without an additional fee, so you can just watch it with your regular subscription. The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, the action comedy sequel starring Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, and Salma Hayek, hit theaters. The animated series Droids has been added to the Star Wars Vintage section of Disney Plus, and I can confirm it is the original, unaltered episodes with the original music and everything. So it's as they originally aired.
Yay!
Upscaled, or I guess remastered, in 1080p. They look fantastic. I've never seen the show look this good before.
I think they're actually mastered from the original film elements.
They could very well be. They look very, very good. So
I looked. I whenever they peeked at it when he mentioned it, and I was like, "Holy fuck!"
They
I
look
haven't
great.
get to watch any of it. Watched like 2 minutes to see the video.
Yeah, I'm just so happy we finally have it in complete form, unaltered, with the original music and everything. So it's about fucking time. Ewoks is up as well. It's been up for a while apparently. But yeah. After 28 years between his runs on NBC and TBS, Conan O'Brien gave his final bow as the longest-working and arguably the greatest late-night talk show host in television history. I love Conan O'Brien.
Wonder what I'll do next.
Never failed to make me laugh.
Because, as we know, Conan O'Brien can't stop.
He'll probably do a talk show on a streaming service now or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
What's on the screen this week, Eric? And tell me it's more Time Splitters, Time Traveler's Wife, Time After Time? Well, we never found out.
Time.
Oh. What's Rosie making? Hold on a second. She's cooking something.
Wow. Why am I... Is the heat... I'm not even really that hot because I got the air conditioning. Why am I fucking tired? Why am I so tired? Second winds? Come on. Come on.
Well, you better get that second when we're watching a movie after this shit.
I know you're gonna come. Where the hell?
Well, now it just sounds like you're masturbating.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna come. Where the hell are you? Come.
It's like trying to coax yourself.
Yeah. And you know what helps me? Staying, do some jumping jacks or some sort of physical activity. But not too much. You don't want to make tired. You just want enough to get the blood flowing again.
You know what? Me is ice cream. No, I'm just kidding.
She just made some ramen noodles. Good old ramen. So, some people died this week. Well, the past couple weeks, actually. So, in memoriam, we lost John Paragon, actor, writer, and director with a 3.5-decade-long career between 1981 and 2016. Paragon got his start in the Los Angeles-based improvisation group The Groundlings alongside Paul Rubens and Phil Hartman. Paragon played Jambi the Genie on children's TV show Pee-wee's Playhouse. In addition to writing many of its regular season episodes, Paragon co-wrote with Rubens the Pee-wee's Playhouse Christmas special in 1988, for which they were nominated an Emmy Award for Best Writing in a Children's Special. John was also a frequent collaborator with fellow groundling Cassandra Peterson on numerous Elvira projects, such as 13 Nights of Elvira, The Elvira Show, Elvira's Movie Macabre, and wrote the 1988 film Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. He was also the son of the evil network executive in UHF, Weird Al Yankovic's movie.
Oh,
yeah.
I had no
That movie
idea
is
that
so
he
good.
was Jambi the Genie, that he was the same guy. Like, what an amazing character actor.
If you want that movie, UHF still 99% of it holds up still.
Oh,
There's a
absolutely.
few things you're like, oh, it's probably not okay now.
Well, yeah,
like,
but I mean-
yeah, it was 1987 or whatever it was.
89.
I was close.
Yeah.
All right, I thought it was 89. I second guessed myself on 87.
Uh-huh.
Son of a bitch.
But yeah, wonderful. John was only 66, sadly passing due to heart disease. It's unfortunate. Also lost Jackie Lane, English actress with an 8-year career between 1958 and 1966. She's probably best known for her role as Dodo Chaplet, a companion of the First Doctor in the BBC science fiction television series Doctor Who. She played the part from February to July 1966 alongside William Hartnell as the First Doctor. After leaving Doctor Who, Lane became a theatrical agent representing Tom Baker, who would play the Fourth Doctor, and Janet Fielding, who would play companion Tegan Jovanka. Jackie was 79. Also lost Lisa Baines, stage, television, and film actress with a 41-long career between 1980 and 2021. She was nominated for a Drama Desk Award for Best Featured Actress in a Play in 1984 for Isn't It Romantic, and won a 1981 Theatre World Award for her performance as Allison Porter off-Broadway in Look Back in Anger. In film, she appeared in Cocktail from 1988, Freedom Writers from 2007, David Fincher's Gone Girl from 2014, and A Cure for Wellness from 2016. Lisa was 65, tragically passing in a scooter accident. Also lost Joanne Linville, actress with a 55-year career between 1950 and 2005. Linville's motion picture credits include The Goddess from 1958, Scorpio from 1973, Gable and Lombard from 1976, A Star is Born, also from 1976, The Seduction from 1982. In 1968, she guest starred as a Romulan commander in Star Trek Original Series episode, The Enterprise Incident. She and actress Irene Gilbert co-founded the Stella Adler Academy in Los Angeles in 1985, which currently accepts only 16 students a semester into its professional conservatory program. Joanne made it to the ripe old age of 93. We also lost David Lightfoot, location manager, production manager, and first assistant director, and occasionally actor with an over 30-year career, beginning in 1981. Lightfoot embarked on his career in film in 1982, joining the South Australian Film Corporation after playing cricket for South Australia and spending a period of time in the Army. The award-winning producer's most notable projects include 2 films from Greg McLean, including 2005 horror thriller Wolf Creek and the 2007 action thriller Rogue. David was 61, sadly passing due to complications from a heart attack. A lot of heart disease in this batch here. So lost Melissa Coates, Canadian professional wrestler, bodybuilder, fitness model, and actress with a 19-year career between 2002 and 2021. She was best known for appearing in the first 2 seasons of the Game Show Network show Extreme Dodgeball. In professional wrestling, she was known for her appearances in World Wrestling Entertainment's developmental territories, Ohio Valley Wrestling and Deep South Wrestling. On the independents, she was known as Super Genie and was the valet of partner and hardcore legend Sabu. Sadly, Melissa was only 50. Also lost John Gabriel, actor, singer, lyricist, and producer with a 68-year career between 1953 and 2021. He is best known for his role as Seneca Bolak in Ryan's Hope, 1975 to 1985, then again in 1988 to 1989, and for which he received an Emmy Award nomination in 1980. Gabriel also played the professor in the original unaired Gilligan's Island pilot. He appeared on Broadway in The Happy Time in 1968 and produced the short-lived eponymous television series Charles Grodin, starring Charles Grodin, in 1995. John made it to the ripe old age of 90. We just lost Charles Grodin recently, too. We also lost Frank Bonner, actor and director with a 44-year-long career between 1970 and 2014. Bonner began acting in the experimental 1967 independent film The Equinox, A Journey into the Unknown, which was reshot and re-edited as the 1970 cult classic Equinox, in which he is credited as Frank Bowers Jr. In 1978, he joined the cast of WKRP in Cincinnati for the role he's best known for as Herb Tarlek, the crass and ineffectual station advertising sales agent noted for his garish plaid suits and white shoes. Frank was 79.
Sorry.
Frank was 79. Sorry, Ray's falling asleep here. Just saying good night. That was a really early night for her. Holy shit. We also lost Andrew Hackard, the Munchkin czar for Steve Jackson Games. Hackard was a very accomplished board game designer with such works as Munchkin Pathfinder, Munchkin Legends, Munchkin Grim Tidings, and many others. He was previously the managing editor and has previously worked as a project manager and a high school teacher. Sadly, Andrew was only 51. Wow.
Huge loss to the gaming community.
Yeah.
He pushed for a lot of events and stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
like one of those kind of people who are like, oh, God. The whole industry's going to really hurt for this loss, you know?
Yeah. We also lost Kathy Burns, special effects artist, actor, photographer, and the wife of iconic archivist Bob Burns for over 6 decades. Kathy held an important position at Universal for years while Bob pursued his career as one of Hollywood's top gorilla suit actors and historians. Together they became the very hub of the burgeoning Hollywood special effects community, nurturing a whole new generation of talented kids like Rick Baker, Rob Bottin, and Chris Wallace, whose gifts the industry would soon find indispensable. Wow. And last but most definitely not least, we lost Ned Beatty. Legendary character actor with a near 6-decade-long career between 1956 and 2013. He was one of the top character actors in film, particularly during the 1970s, and appeared in more than 160 films, including Deliverance from 1972, All the President's Men from 1976, Network, also from 1976, as Otis in Richard Donner's Superman and its sequel Superman 2, Back to School from 1985, Rudy from 1993, and as the voice of Lotso from Toy Story 3 from 2010, as well as many others. There's even an old Sega CD FMV game called Lodestar, The Legend of Tully Bodine, in which he played a space marshal who was out to get the hero. Ned made it to the ripe old age of 83, passing due to natural causes. That's a shame. He was always a joy, Ned Beatty. Always enjoyed his performances.
Oh. So yeah. Was that the old bits?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's it. And
So,
big thanks to Raptor, our New York news hound, Raptor Rivera, as always, for pulling all that together for us and
He's
copy
basically
and
a
pasting
producer.
last week's into this week's because we missed last week's.
He's basically a producer. For
He
the
is
show.
basically a producer. Yes.
Where that a producer Raptor You've gotten
Producer Raptor,
Yes.
Velociraptor.
You've gotten yourself a I get it. You got yourself there a pay raise and a
Pay raise, yes.
and what's the first fucking word I'm looking for? Advancement in your career. Jesus Christ, help me out here.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, that's a good word. I'll do it.
The word I lost the word. I can't find the. I know the word, but the word can't find in my mouth.
Motion.
Motion. Thank you. Christ, fucking sake. I hate my fucking brain. I hate it. Like I know the word. It's right here. It's right here, but it won't get here.
Yeah, no, it happens to me too. Drives me nuts. It's like, what is that word? So, promotion.
So yeah, movies, right?
Movies. Oh yeah, I usually go first, don't I? Because late.
It is late.
Movies. What we watched this week? Watched a few movies. We watched all 4 Insidious movies, which was a rewatch for me. First time watch for Ray. She was pretty sure she'd seen some of them, but what we decided to do was something I'd been wanting to do for a while, and that's watch them in chronological order. So the actual continuity order. In which case you start with number 3 because that's the prequel. And then you go on to number 4, which is the sequel to the prequel. And then you go all the way back to numbers 1 and 2, which are a direct 2-part story. So yeah, 3 and 4 actually lead perfectly into 1 and 2. And I think they work very well. Like I've always said that they really did proper prequels with those, in that nothing in the prequels gives away anything about the other movies. They're just their own thing. They tell their own piece of the story and lead into whatever the next one is. So, works really well. So I'd always wondered how seamlessly it would flow, and overall, pretty seamlessly, I gotta say. They did a
preferred way of watching from now on.
I think so. Yeah, I think they did a really good job of connecting everything together. And also with the prequels, like watching them in that order, there's a lot. It sets up a lot of stuff that then becomes payoff in the first 2. Whereas if you just see the first 2, then you already kind of know how that ends, and then like that. But watching it with the prequels first, you have setup and payoff, like seed planting and payoff later when you go back to the first 2. So it works very well. Like Lee Winnell, who wrote all 4 of them. Obviously had some kind of plan in his head as he was writing these. So yeah, it was really good. Yeah, Insidious 4 is called The Last Key, in case you're wondering. And apparently there is a 5th one, because I completely forgot that Insidious 2 leaves off with a big-ass cliffhanger that's never been resolved, because they went into prequels after that. So there is an Insidious 5 in the works, apparently, which I assume is going to continue on from Insidious 2 this time. We'll finally get a resolution of that cliffhanger. But yeah, great series. I really enjoyed it. And actually, I think I enjoyed it more on the rewatch, and kind of watching all 4 of them back to back like that, and seeing all the little connections and references back and forth and stuff. It was cool.
Interesting. That mimics like a 5-part structure, because
no.
Oftentimes it's 1 and 2. You show the 3-act structure.
Yeah.
But then you stop in the middle of the climax to cut to earlier events
to give more context.
And then the last act, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because it's kind of interesting. They basically did that with the movie.
That they did that. Yeah. That's cool. So so we watched that. We watched a whole bunch of Kids in the Hall after we were talking about Kids in the Hall last week. We watched most of season 1. I think we've only got maybe 5 episodes left in season 1. And we watched the pilot special, the 1-hour pilot special.
Oh, yeah. I need to revisit all that.
She had never seen Kids in the Hall before, and has been absolutely loving it. I think she said her favorite kid so far is Scott Thompson. Just loves some of the characters he plays. She really likes the Head Crusher. She always busts out laughing every time the Head Crusher shows up.
Crush your head.
I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head. Yeah. It's just such a
I like the one where
ridiculous.
he's battling the guy.
There's a
like,
few where he's battling people, and it's
Yeah.
hilarious. But I know the one you're talking about, though. It's one
They're
of the
all
later
merged
ones.
together.
Yeah.
No, my brain probably just merged all of them.
Yeah,
together.
yeah. Just
So
one
many long.
one
Yeah.
epic saga of the
Yes.
Head Crusher.
The Head Crusher. Yes, I love those segments. It's good shit.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And then on my own, actually today, I watched a special on Netflix by former YouTube sensation Bo Burnham, who is a
Oh,
name some of you
I
may
know
remember. Specifically Inside, which
Yeah,
is
that's the one.
which is the latest special he did. He hasn't done anything for about 5 years, so and he talks about that in the special. It's actually a very kind of deep and personal look.
I love all the specials.
Yeah, I just love Bo Burnham generally. I've always thought he was like just crazy talented, and
Very.
this special is so good. It deals with things like depression and anxiety and some heavy topics like suicidal thoughts and things like that. He talks about why he hasn't done anything for the past 5 years, and he said one of the big reasons was he said that he was starting to get panic attacks while he was on stage doing his shows, and he says that's not a very good place to have a panic attack. So he stopped doing live shows. And but this whole special was done over the course of 2020, entirely by himself, while in lockdown, essentially. So it was all done during the pandemic and everything, and it's full of the what you expect from Bo Burnham. Hilarious songs that are bitingly satirical and insightful. Thank you, and also just very poignant. And also as content creators, he gets very meta about being a content creator. So there's like scenes where he'll be doing a little vlog, and then the vlog will be continuing, but it'll change to a shot of him sitting there watching his own vlog with just very neutral expression on his face as he's watching, or it'll be like projected on the shirt that he's wearing, and he'll be like watching off to the side, but we'll be still seeing it on his chest. And it's just all kinds of like cool visual things like that.
I
But
only discovered him a few years ago.
but what I was getting out of that was that that's very true as a content creator, is like we put on the performance for the vlog or the review or the comedy bit or whatever we're doing, and then we go back and watch it. Just like pick up on all our little fuck ups, or just critique it or self-loathe it or whatever. And there's a lot of that in it, where it's like you'll see the content, but then the also kind of introspective looking at the content. And
I can't even watch my own content. I find my own content cringy.
so much of this special resonated with me, like as a content creator. Like I just got where he was coming from on so many of these things. Like, yep, I do that. Yep, I do that. Yep, I do that. Oh my god, I do that too.
I discovered him a few years ago, and I
Yeah.
went back and watched his previous specials, and so like
Yeah.
I loved every single one of them, and they're
Yeah.
all poignant about
It's very-
something.
yeah.
It's just like wow.
I cannot
stuff.
recommend this highly enough. It was so good, and you got to understand also he shot this whole thing himself using just bog standard DSLR 4K cameras, edited all of it himself. He has like these special lighting rigs that he can trigger different lighting, much like like he had like pedals that can trigger different lights and stuff like that, so he can change the lighting as he's performing a song. And he has like a projector up on the wall showing images in the background and things like that. So all these different things, the whole thing is filmed in one room, and he makes it into all of these different places just through clever lighting and rearranging things.
He
And you
made
get
it during the pandemic, right?
yeah, it was all during the pandemic. You get a lot of insight into how he made the special while you're watching the special and things like that. It's just fantastic. But I definitely highly recommend it. It's very funny. It's very, satirical. It's thought-provoking. It's you know, it'll break your heart in some places because there's things that will resonate with you, and it's just very, very well done. It's one that I'll probably come back to periodically, and yeah.
Sorry.
Good things about
Anyway,
that.
Bo Burnham.
Over the background, heard
Bo-
the hurt boob. Going,
Yeah, I figured. Bo Burnham, Inside, streaming now on Netflix. Check it out. It's very, very
Yep,
good.
it's on my list of things to watch. I very much want to see it because I like all those.
Devin
other
has
stuff,
seen it. He says, "All eyes on me lives in my head rent free." That's a good one.
Yeah.
I also liked Welcome to the Internet. That's a wonderful, scathing look at the state of the internet and social media and how it's evolved and how it's affected our children
I miss
and
chat
society
rooms.
and everything. And like he just gets into all of it. It's amazing.
I
It's
miss
great
chat
stuff.
rooms.
Chat. He mentions chat
Like,
rooms as well.
I know
Yeah.
we got them attached to like Twitch channels now,
Yeah.
but like, we just miss just hanging out and chatting.
Which
with
Power
people.
Ranger? Yeah, take this quirky quiz. Yeah, yeah. No, it's great. It's great stuff. And I think that's it. I think that's all I watched. I watched just bits and pieces of things. I watched a little bit more Seeing Things. Been watching some Seeing Things. Yeah, good stuff. Enjoying that. Enjoying revisiting that as an adult and enjoying it, I think, as it was intended as an adult. But, yeah, anyway, that's it for me for this week. So what'd you fine folks watch this week, folks?
Well, we watched Mandy of one. There's one thing we watched.
Mm-hmm.
Mentioned that earlier. We watched the Joe Bob Briggs version, where he was doing commentary on the movie. Learned a lot of things about the filmmaker
Uh-huh.
and Skinslip. Did you
Sorry.
have anything to say about Mandy?
I think it is an amazing piece of art about grief and loss. And
Wow.
particularly the famous scene that internet got all up about was is him in his underwear in this one scene where he's crying, and it's just like this raw, truthful grief to anybody who's
Oh, yeah.
lost anybody in their life via
Yeah.
a relationship or a death. Like, there's this raw, like, he talks about he'd been going through a divorce at the time. He'd just gone through a divorce. Like, literally just gotten through the divorce or whatever. Or got announced that he was being divorced. He just didn't, his wife had just told him he was getting a divorce at the time, sorry. And so he took all that grief and anger and put it into that scene. And you fucking feel it. You feel it so hard in the scene. Anyway.
Yeah, and I'm sure the internet latched onto that for all the wrong reasons.
Of
Oh,
course.
look at Nicolas Cage being cheesy again. Oh.
Yep.
Classic Cage Rage moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the context is so heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone like the internet worships Cage like a meme, and his true fans know he's an amazing actor.
He is an amazing,
Who
amazing actor.
Has
Yeah.
portrayed like 100 characters, and not a single one of them is the same as the last one.
Right?
It's impressive.
That deserves major kudos.
My favorite character that he ever did was from Moonstruck, actually.
Which
Oh,
one?
it's such a good movie.
Odd one to choose, but
Which one?
Moonstruck.
Moonstruck.
Oh, Moonstruck. Okay. It's an old one.
Like I had a thought. And it's talking about Moonstruck. Now it's
What's
fucking
funny
gone.
to me, is how, like, you know, in the movies that he's probably most well known for, that people think he was a good actor in, he's usually not actually doing as much. He's basically
It's more
just-
subtle.
Yeah, it's very much more subtle in this movie, like The Rock and Con Air, and it's like,
They're great movies, by the way. I
Yeah.
love those. I just watched Con Air again for the first time in a couple years since we
Mhm.
last watched it out. And Jesus, that movie still fucking just holds up.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a really great movie.
Just good, solid actioner.
or even in what was the other one? Basically, when he does anything for like a big Hollywood fucking studio, it's
The
like
Rock.
you're
the-
almost
what was the other
guaranteed to
one?
get something.
8mm, Snake
National
Eyes.
Treasure.
Yeah.
Unless he went a little bit further.
Leaving Las Vegas is that movie you watch that will make you a fan of his. I think most people.
Yeah.
what a deeply traumatizing or deeply scarred character that character is. Like, oh. But
He's
like,
also quite good in the Bad Lieutenant remake. Yeah,
and what?
Bad Lieutenant remake.
Oh, Bad Lieutenant. I haven't seen that yet. I have it over here.
What do you call it? What's the
Port
subtitle?
Orleans. I think it's
Okay.
called. Port Orleans, something like that. But no, I mean,
Orleans.
I've seen him in like movies that were quote unquote bad, but he's always a great fucking character in those movies. He's the thing you remember at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, and here's my favorite part. Okay, so I just tweeted about Nicolas Cage while we were watching Mandy. So here's what he once commented in an interview that he wants his career to be as big and as full as Christopher Lee. Yeah, Christopher Lee.
I think I read that same article.
You know what's fucking bullshit though?
Yeah.
How's no one cast Nicolas Cage as Dracula? I want Nick Cage as Dracula. He can fucking do it.
He could do an interesting take on that, actually, because I mean,
and
people.
He won't be cage ragey.
Yeah, no, because people are thinking Kiss of the Vampire, where it was very tongue in cheek and everything.
Like, that's not fucking Dracula.
No, it's not. It's
like fuck's sakes.
Have you seen like? One of the things that really sold me on Nicolas Cage as an actor, not just his performances, but in terms of his process, was watching some of the behind-the-scenes footage for Kick-Ass, where it was showing how he was like figuring out how to do his character. And in that one, he basically did it as Adam West Batman. That was like the tempo he was going for. So you see him like working out, how am I gonna? I got to figure out how to say this line like Adam West, but like I'm doing Adam West kind of thing. So he's like, we have to do this. Just how he's like working it out in his head. Like he's very, very quickly, but like you can see how it changes and how he's figuring out the process and, you know, working out that whole rhythm that he wants for that character. But he does that, and I remember, I think I read the same article, or it was a similar article or quote from it or something.
Probably same interview.
He was saying how he really loves the old horror movies and the classic movie actors, and how you go to their IMDb page and they've done like 200 things, and he says, I want a resume like that. I want to have...
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah. I want to have 200 titles to my name on my thing. It was probably the exact same article. But that always really stuck with me too, as like, wow, like that's why he does so many movies, is he's trying to build that you know, list of movies that he's been in, but also he's like a true blue actor. Like he loves the craft of acting and the art of acting and making something unique in each one of those roles. So it's not just that he wants to pump out a shit ton of movies. He wants to play a shit ton of characters in a shit ton of movies, you know?
But now you're talking about that, and it's like, oh yeah, you know what? Now I really want Nick Cage to play Adam West in Batman.
Like a Batman thing?
Like a thing about him making a thing about... Maybe he's playing Adam West, and it's kind of like a biography, but not, you know?
You know, another good example was Adaptation. Did you see Adaptation?
Such a good fucking movie.
Where he plays twins. And
Charlie
the two
what's the other one?
Twins are so distinctly different, you almost forget that they're both Nicolas Cage, because they're so unique. That's acting. That's the performance, you know?
That movie's literally about the screenwriting process of adapting a book to a movie.
It's like a movie,
It is a movie that is itself an adaptation of a book. It is also a movie about adapting books and what happens. And there's a lot of stuff like the weird studio politicking shit that happens in the movie. That's based on real things.
Yeah.
That's why it's like...
I remember really liking that. I need to see that again.
So
I've only seen it once. I remember really enjoying it and being quite struck by Nicolas Cage's performance in it. So, yeah. Great stuff. Love the Cage.
In movies is one of my favorite things. Like in The Majestic, they show you a scene where he's a meeting with like the studio executives, right? He's the writer. He's writing the fucking script.
Yeah.
Right? And the fucking studio execs are in the room trying to decide what he should do with the script. Right? They're just like, well, this movie feels like it needs something. Dogs. Kids like dogs. Let's add a dog. Like it's like there's no dog in it. No, we're gonna add a dog. That's yeah.
Just because it's like what's his face, who wanted his giant spider in Superman, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's one of the
Alright,
Kevin
so-
Smith things. Yeah.
The story
What else we
was-
watched that we got all sidetracked?
Yes.
Oh, that sh-
I
The
was-
power and glory of Nicolas Cage.
Sorry, what was that? Just? I didn't mean to talk over you.
I don't even remember that.
Well, I think it's a pretty common theme with us. The other thing we
Yeah.
really watched that was interesting was I think Evil Speak and Trauma. Which one do you want to talk about? I want to talk about both.
Evil Speak.
Yeah, Evil Speak, Clint Howard. Oh, good lord. This movie should not be out of print. If the flies the fuck is this out of print?
Hi.
Yeah, I want it now.
I know. I wanted it before.
I didn't know anything about it. Never heard of it.
So yeah,
I thought you were going to talk, and my internet started going slow again, and I was like, "Fuck, hold on a second."
Okay.
Oh, okay. So like, yeah. So Clint Howard plays like this guy, and he's like a soldier, I guess, and fuck, I can't remember how he gets to that shit. My brain like.
Okay, so Clint Howard plays a kid at a fucking military academy.
Oh right, yes, okay. It's military academy.
Who, like, got accepted in for reasons that the military people in charge of the school didn't necessarily agree with or want there. They were complaining about that, about having to accept him in. And he's the nerd. He's the, he's the geek. And then his bullies are getting ridiculous. But as part of his punishment, he's forced to like clean up the all these various areas of the school. He's like taking on these cleaning duties now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the areas he has to help clean is the basement underneath the church, where he discovers a book, ancient fucking book.
Right. Okay. The fucking
Yeah.
So I was okay. My progesterone makes me fall asleep like a lot. So like, I was struggling to stay awake during this fucking movie. Not because it was bad, but because my drugs make things weird for me.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was. Oh god. I remember Joe Bob like, oh, have you he's like talking about like this is a college movie, and then we're watching this movie. I'm like, this is not like hardly any college movie I've ever seen. It's a military academy, but at the same time, it is a college movie. It's just
Mhm.
different.
Yeah.
So it's kind
It's
of cool.
Revenge of the Nerds, but
Different.
with demonic possession.
Yeah. The end 30 minutes of this. If you don't like any of this, but you gotta stay to the end of this movie. The last 30 minutes of this movie are just you have to see it. It's one of those
Mhm.
movies. I dare not explain a thing.
Uh,
Bombastic.
I would say
Excellent.
content warning for people who love dogs.
Oh, that was so
All I'm
fucking
gonna say.
unneeded. That was so fucking unneeded too.
Yeah,
That scene, yeah. Jesus Christ.
it docks a star off the movie, but it's still
I docked a whole star off it. Yep,
Wow.
I did too. It was gonna be a 9 and became a 7.
Exploitative.
Or yeah, I'm sorry,
Unnecessary.
gonna be 8 became a 7. It was yes, it's like
I hate it when they do shit like that.
it makes sense in John Wick. It's the catalyst for
Yeah. Well, of course.
the thing,
Of
right?
course.
But this is just like
There's a reason
a
for
thing that just happened
it. Yeah.
in the movie. It was not necessary.
Well, yeah, because he already had the motivation to do what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
at the time.
Yeah,
And we already knew the people who do the dog were bad people.
Yeah.
We knew they were the bullies. They're bad. They're fucking assholes.
They're bad.
And then when it happens, it's like they're trying to impress some ladies, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
what woman in their right mind is going to be impressed that you hurt a dog?
yeah. Most of them would be like appalled. They'd probably
Yeah.
less likely to fuck you after
Well,
that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I'm getting the fuck
And
out.
if they are more willing to fuck you after you kill a dog, maybe they're not someone you want to hang out with. Because good lord, that is some heavy damage.
So yes, still a really good movie. I love the effects at the end. I love they had Clint Howard on. Joe Bob had Clint Howard on to talk about the experience. He was talking
Great interview,
about
by the way.
how some of the makeup stuff they used at the time was actually quite toxic, known to cause skin cancer and stuff like that. And he was literally having this stuff like basted all over himself, basically. And he somehow turned out all right.
I would.
No, that's not what caused him to lose his hair. Apparently, he was already losing his hair. He was like wearing a toupee in the movie.
Yeah, his
And he already
toupee was
didn't-
this big. He said because it only had it was covered like the top of his head right here. But he said he'd stop using it for
The
no
only
reason.
reason that I don't know what I was going to say, but he had been losing his hair since like high school.
Yeah.
He really early on was balding, so it's just Clint Howard,
Genetics.
genetics, yeah. And yeah, I love Clint Howard in these types of movies. He does really well. I think it's interesting that like he's kind of built a career off of these kind of movies,
Yeah.
Clint Howard?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the whole career of being these kind of characters.
Well, he's been in a lot of genre stuff, too. I mean, he was in one of the first episodes of Star Trek as a child. I've also seen him in some, like, B-grade sci-fi stuff. He's been in a lot of things.
He's in all of his brother's movies. Almost all.
Pretty much,
We were
yeah.
pretty not.
Yeah.
The only thing I watched that was of interest for anybody was Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You.
Hey! First time watch?
Yeah, have you both seen them?
I've seen them, yes. Rosie's seen them,
well,
too.
we can fucking talk about it then. All right.
Yes, I love the Happy Death Day movies. Groundhog Day, but horror.
Did you end the stream?
No.
My only disappointment with the second movie was it was telling me from the beginning that this was the main character, and then it changed focus, and I really wanted the other guy to be the main character. That's my only minor gripe to the whole movie. When it starts for the first 30 minutes, the story of this one character, and then goes back to the character from the first movie.
Yeah.
Which I said, not bad, but I really, after seeing the first 30 minutes, I wanted to see that guy, the rest of the movie from that guy's perspective, personally.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But I didn't think it was like bad. It's not like I didn't dock any stars off for it. I just
Yeah.
personally would like that.
The second one takes a bit of a left turn, but in a fun way, I
Yeah.
thought. So
I do like that they kind of turn
Yeah.
it from just being a horror concept to being like science fiction.
It goes from horror to like
to
more
sci-fi, yeah.
And it's not.
What
like,
What I didn't like
Sweet.
was there's a plot point. Sorry, Rosie. A plot point in the first movie where like the number of times she dies, like it's starting to affect her.
Yeah.
And then, even though that's all happened, still we're on the next day.
Yeah.
It starts happening again, and it's what she had a clean slate somehow magically.
Yeah. Well.
That was my only as a small gripe I think with continuity.
Yeah.
But yeah, like those things don't ruin the movie at all.
So, as you probably know, that just from how it all turns out by the end of the second one, there have been plans for a third one for a while. It's always been intended to be a trilogy. Various things kind of got in the way of that, but supposedly the third one might be happening still. So, here's hoping. I hope it does, because I enjoyed both of those.
We'll think about next year, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think it is actually finally
It's
in the
supposed to
works.
come out this year, but they pushed it back to the pandemic things.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely hope it happens, because I thought the first two were a lot of fun, very tongue-in-cheek, some literally like laugh out loud moments in it, I thought, especially in the second one. And just very clever. I thought they did some very clever, you don't want to say too much about it, because so much of those movies is the surprises, like as everything
It's
kind of
Groundhog Day,
it's like
but a horror movie.
as everything kind of unfolds, as she figures out what's going on and what she needs to do and what the
I'm an
truth is with
asshole.
certain characters, and
So I watched with my friend Nessie, right?
Yeah.
And we're watching like, and I'm like, this character shows up, and I'm like, that character is probably the killer.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
movie, that character was the killer. Both times I got it.
Oh
Both
my
times.
god.
I was like, what? I was just
I-
joking.
I'm
You know?
pretty sure I guessed that correctly in the first one too, but then I started to second guess myself as other, red herrings were tossed our way
Yes,
and whatnot.
I was second guessing myself
But-
also.
I guessed it in the second one for sure.
The second one?
I was kind of iffy for like a few minutes, and then
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
In the first one, I was really iffy about my guess.
Yeah.
Like they hint at it occasionally. But
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Also, what I was gonna say is it's not like horror where you're like shitting your pants.
No, well, there's a little bit of that, but
Like,
Horror
in
isn't
certain
just scary
parts.
though.
yeah. Yeah.
There's more to horror than scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of horror movies aren't particularly scary, but they're entertaining. That's the
Like,
thing.
as long as
So,
there's a
Horror
few,
gives
like,
us an outlet to talk about the
twists
other
and-
that we can't talk about normal.
yeah.
The other.
I find that it's not like fully horror. There's humor as well
Yeah.
and what have you.
That doesn't make it not horror.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah,
well, no,
like,
she didn't say it doesn't make it not horror, just that it's not fully horror, or it's just all
No, you're
deadly
right. I
serious.
didn't-
It's
fine.
got
I
humor.
I
as
was
well.
like I like the first time I just genuinely guessed 'cause I thought that person was the killer. The second time I just joked, oh, that person's the killer, and I was like, oh my fucking god, like, oh my god, what?
So
It's
don't
a
ever
joke.
watch
It was
Murder
right.
Mysteries with Skinslip. Noted.
Well, I'll go. I think that guy's the killer, but then that'll be it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm
Yeah,
right, I'm right.
exactly.
You know? But yeah,
Yeah.
That's
it's
amazing.
good stuff. They were
Well,
fun.
those are fun.
Good
Well,
stuff.
good. I'm glad. I didn't know you hadn't seen them yet, but I'm glad you did what I did and double billed them because they do flow very nicely into each other.
I was
They were
all
on back to back
grumpy
on
when
Fox
you wanted
movies
to
and
do a
Oh,
FX
double
okay.
movies. So.
Huh?
I was all grumpy when you wanted to do a double bill.
Oh, I know. She was. I don't want to watch movies. I'm like, let's just watch these. Like, fine. So that would inevitably what ends up happening is I'll put on whatever the movie is, and like within 10 minutes she's like right into it and having a great time, and I know that that's going to happen. So I'm like, why are you making me go? Why are we doing this song and dance? You know you're going to enjoy whatever it is I show you. I don't show you crap.
Sometimes for me, I'm not the biggest fan of black and white. Like
Mhm.
classics are good, like Frankenstein and what have you.
Mhm.
But I don't prefer most black and white stuff.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of
Weirdly-
black and white stuff.
Weirdly, I used to not like black and white for a long time, and weirdly, I've actually come to like it almost more in some ways.
Yeah.
The
Well,
image,
it has-
the things you can do with the image, the texture
It's a
qualities you can give
different-
the image is completely different.
It's a different
The
feel.
way it
yeah.
responds to light is completely different.
Yeah.
It like so film breathes because it's not really, it's not actually motion. It's the illusion of motion.
Yeah.
It's 24 still frames displayed in a second,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, so when like you're staring at a still frame, I think we talked about this digital versus film.
Mhm.
They kind of breathes. Like there's a
Yeah.
a living quality to the image. And
Mhm.
black and white, it's a completely different quality, but it's
Mhm.
equally interesting and
Yeah.
beautiful. And it just took a long time for me to warm up to the.
There's
and then-
well, yeah,
love
that's
black
I
and
mean
white
even
movies.
more recently than that 007 Mank was filmed in black and white. The one about the writer of Citizen Kane, great film by the
really
way,
fucking
with,
good too.
Gary
Damn.
Oldman. The
Really good.
Lighthouse was filmed in very high contrast black and white.
I was
It's
supposed to watch that.
very
with me.
striking film. Have you
Yeah.
seen that one, Stout? The Lighthouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Have
right
you seen
here,
it,
waiting to
Skinslip?
watch with Stoudman. No. I
Oh, you
watched
haven't seen it yet. Oh, okay.
I got
yeah.
it right here, waiting to watch with
Excellent.
Stoudman.
Well, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on that one because I enjoyed that one a lot.
One of my favorite movies is in black and white. I think it's like a spoof black and white thing, but
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
That's true. Actually, yeah, that is one of her favorite movies.
The Mist is another really great black and white one.
I need to see the black and white version of that.
My number one
I
favorite
have it.
movie is The Thing.
It
It's
genuinely
black and
looks
white, but it's
genuinely looks better.
amazing.
Yes. Did you hear that? Her number one favorite movie is The Thing. You're welcome.
Not
Hey,
like
raising 'em
father
right.
like
I'm
that.
shocked.
My second favorite is Young Frankenstein.
And your second favorite is Young Frankenstein. Okay, we gotta wrap up now. So, yeah. So anyway, anything else?
Nah, I'm tired. And I have to go to the bathroom.
The
so,
heat
I'm gonna make
is.
I'm gonna make this guy watch a movie with me, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta make nachos.
Yeah.
I'm meaning to make
You have to
nachos
make nachos.
all night.
I want
Need
midnight
I
nachos
have
now.
to make nachos.
I want midnight
'Cause
nachos.
I'm hungry. And then I'm not gonna stream tonight. I'll stream tomorrow. I'm tired. The heat
Yes.
wave, man. The heat wave. So, yes. Yes, Stratomaster, you literally missed the entire show. And we did talk about the Halloween Kills trailer.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the end of the
Missed
The
it.
show.
Halloween Kills trailer was awesome.
But you'll be able to watch
Yeah,
the
it's
repeat
good.
as soon as we go offline. Right here on
Yep.
Twitch, or you can wait till the YouTube one is finished processing in a few hours.
There were no problems with it at all. And anybody who didn't like the Halloween Kills trailer was wrong.
They're all wrong. All right. Well, have yourselves a great day or night, everybody. Thanks for joining us for another Saturday Night Insanity. And we will see you next time. Those of you here on my Twitch, I'll likely be streaming tomorrow. Got some stuff coming. Everybody on YouTube, watch for that closer look over there. Sopranos, closer look coming your way today. Actually, the day that you see this appear on YouTube, Sunday, the 27th of June. I was trying to say September. No,
2021.
it's Julember. No, it's November. What the hell
Julember?
month is it?
I want to live in Julember. It sounds like a lovely month.
That's when the Doctor was born, the 11th of Julember.
Oh, well, all right then.
According to Tom Baker. I'm sure that was an ad lib. Anyway, have yourselves
I
a
guarantee it was.
great day or night, and we'll see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.
Strafe. I stream all week. Follow me. Skinslip at Twitch. Or on Twitch.
All right. And Stoudman streams never. And I
Hardly.
mostly
Once
also
or twice a
stream
year, baby.
all week, mostly. And everybody watch Bo Burnham Inside on Netflix. It's amazing. You won't regret it, especially if you're a content
Yeah.
creator or like to watch content creators like us. All right. Catch you later, folks.